post again. But
OBS is now recording.
Yeah, you didn't make any posts unless you did something recently.
Okay.
Alright.
You should be good.
You guys just killed a large camp of hobgoblins, goblins, and bugbears. And there is one goblin that escaped. He ran up the stairs to the north, which goes up to a higher level that you guys saw previously when you guys were spying on the camp. All of the tents on this bottom level is now empty. Just dead bodies everywhere. You do also remember that there is a opening to a cave in the northeast with stairs going down. There's also a large tent on the upper level that you haven't explored yet or have heard anything of yet. And then you do remember seeing a small opening where the water to the southeast is going underneath the cliff face that's between the water and the large tent in the upper level. So, yep. So you guys are over on the west side of the camp still. Again, there was one goblin that escaped, and logic pretty much tells you that he's probably alerting other people.
Recluset has something to do. And that is the following. When Yoshiro finishes his meditation that he was doing last time, and I'm running around after getting my gear, like my gloves and such, I will point to Yoshiro and say, "You! What do you think you're doing back there? My God, man, I've never seen a ninja before in my life run into an alarmed situation and start doing something as crazy as setting off bombs and such. That's my first thing. My second thing that I have to say to you is that you get your eye full of some of my private parts there during the fight. I saw you looking every once in a while we were taking on those goblins, and I don't quite appreciate you checking out my bust."
The ninja kind of...
Go ahead.
The ninja opens his eye, like, from his meditation. It looks over. For the first point...
Wait. You can shut up for now. You can speak after I get done. And thirdly, that was the most insane thing I've ever seen before, and it was fun as hell. So for that, and with that, I'm going to have to do an intimidation roll against your will, apparently. Oh no, they've been mended by now, Ruth. Is that correct, Bunko?
I think
Yeah,
protocol's mending on you.
Yeah,
It's been mended, but she can still shrug at your bust.
Yeah.
As she walks by.
While this argument is going on, Arthur will keep a watch.
I'm not screaming. I have a raised voice.
So you need to do a will save.
Can we get a clarification on the results of being intimidated by like this? Like, am I just supposed to be cowed, or?
Oh, what I'm trying to do to you is just to kind of take you off guard so I can attempt to do something. It's not going to cause any hit point damage, but it'll probably take you off your guard a little bit.
Yeah, I guess he's a little bit surprised.
It is
Okay,
normally done to demoralize you, which causes you to be shaken for 1 round.
Okay, that's kind of what I would be doing.
Yeah.
So with that, I grab his lapels and pull him in and smooch a big one on his lips, and then let go, and then backhand him across the face, and then I step away.
roll to hit for the backhand. I think he will be. I think he will be too shocked to resist the kiss. But
Oh, you want the second one? Alrighty.
Oh, you think the kiss won't keep him shocked enough to he'll be able to dodge the hit?
That's what I was hoping.
To be fair, you've got that silk weave thing on. You probably can't even kiss his lips.
well, you could pull the thing down very easily.
Yeah.
Very like I imagine a Spider-Man-esque thing, except a little bit more forceful.
Uh-huh. Alrighty, so let's see here. 4 and 4. Shit. I don't have
To be
to
clear,
do
I
my
just want
knowledge
to.
devotion.
To be clear,
right?
this to me is just seeing how hard of a slap this is.
Oh, it's not going to cause any hit point damage anyways.
Yeah, but I want to see like if she really tags him or not. Yeah, yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, so a little leave a little red mark and probably bruise your pride more than anything else.
Ladies and Ninja, we have people to rescue here. I do not think this is the time for this.
Oh, I'm done. I just wanted to give him a piece of my mind.
I think you probably see the ninja's cheeks very slightly start to flush as he pulls the mask back up to his eyes.
Then the ninja grabs Recluse at
Rips
Drags
me
her
apart.
into a tent. No. Anyway.
and you find some porn music. Wait a second.
I think
Alright,
I
anyway.
think the ninja will take a second, like he'll just stand there for a moment, like kind of cough, stand up, brush his pants off from where he's been cross-legged on the dirt, like meditating, and just totally ignore what has happened and say, "I believe it is time for us to move on."
Must have been something bad I ate. That didn't really happen.
Places to
To the
go,
north.
gnomes to rescue.
Are we moving freely?
I think we are right now.
Yeah. Just make sure that everybody except for Zook.
We made sure that Zook was comfortable in a tent.
Are we
Sounds like a
wanting the ninja to go first, or do we want the cowcatcher / battering ram?
Do you think you could catch the cowcatcher / battering ram?
Well, just tell him to go
Well.
slowly.
If he asks to go first.
Or do you want the person with the best spot skill to go first?
I vote not
The
I.
most observant.
Well, I think at this point, it's would Ruth take charge and like kind of stomp off towards where she thinks her captive people are?
What do you think I've been doing this whole time?
Okay.
You guys had to
All
run
right.
to catch up to me.
So, before we get too ahead of ourselves, does anybody? I mean, Recluse basically did his little spiel, but is anybody else character upset about how the encounter happened or whatnot? For them to
Regardless
speak
of
up
how
to the
the
party.
encounter actually occurred, I think we have things to do.
All right.
That would be Atham. Do you have anything to add? This is your RP chance, Tito.
She's upset, but she's not going to say anything about it.
Okay.
And she's not really upset with anyone in the group.
Let's rescue her captured allies. Friends. Alright.
Friends / family, maybe both.
Proceed to the stairs. Right? Unless... Would you like to go first, Ninja? Yosh.
I take a look ahead. What do I see? Like, what exactly do these stairs look like? Is it literally exactly how they are portrayed, or is there anything interesting about the terrain ahead of us?
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Sorry, what was that?
Is there anything of note about the path ahead of us, the stairs, anything, or does it look clear?
No, it looks clear. It's just
All right.
lines up.
Check this out.
Ninja
I
shrugs.
pick up this thing and I push it before me like a minesweeper. Assuming that's a 10-foot pole.
You
of
now
some
have a
kind.
10-foot pole.
With a crossbar, so I'm just pushing it in front of the sand in front of me.
A novel approach, my friend.
Can't get through there.
Does he need to roll strength so you can get it out of the ground?
Do I need to? Alright. Oh, no, it's 1d20.
What do you eat? What the hell is that?
11's
So
not so good,
subtract.
but it's probably not in there too deep, I would think. Can I pick up the pole or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You haven't found anything yet.
Alright, as we're going up the stairs, I would like to make a listen check. I would assume sound probably carries kind of well in this area. I just want to see if there's, like, the shouting of a war bastard getting, rallying his goblins above us where we can't see, like on the landing of these stairs or whatever.
Alright.
15. I'm assuming that's probably not.
No, you don't really hear much.
Has anyone else been walking up this path? Get the feeling we're on Death Mountain again as Link?
Oh god, no. Link didn't have so many rocks in the way. Sorry. But anyway, I continue pushing up the path, keeping an eye out warily for any goblinoids. So, we should have... Is this like a blocking wall? Or should we have a clear sight of all that and there's nothing there?
That's a cliff
This
going
is a cliff
down.
going down to the other area.
Hey, if there's anything here, we can see it. It's just that this is a blocking
That's a vertical
path.
wall.
So. Yeah,
It's a vertical
but this is a
cliff.
blocking layer. Right here, there's a blocking layer. Alright, I have spotted the way in, methinks. Do I see anybody at the entrance?
It is eerily quiet.
Mayhaps I should go first this time. I do not have a good feeling about this.
If you wish, keep an eye out for traps,
I look
Or
to the rest
other-
of the party.
explosive devices.
If nobody looks like they're going to object, I'll make a move silent and hide check.
If you want, I can levitate you, and then you could be like, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and just move around the ground like that.
like with a metal detector looking for mines like floating right above them.
If you want that. Or he can save it for later. It's up to him. But...
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to be moving at half speed. My hide check is not good as I would expect being out in broad daylight, but I'm still going to be attempting, to move slowly
Arthur
and
attempts to
cautiously.
comfort friend Ruth while Yosh does this.
Ah, that looks a little better. Looks like he didn't send away for a correspondence course in ninja that way.
Alright.
Oh,
You're
Yosh is very
starting
skilled
to
in these
hear
things.
a faint amount of yelling and goblin-ish.
Does it sound like it's coming from the cave or the encampment?
Yeah, it's coming from the cave. It sounds very echoey.
Alright, I will look back to the party and I will motion towards the cave, like, I will point to my ears and then I will point to the cave and I will just continue sneaking on.
I think he has cave dust in his ear. Oh, we're supposed to know what that means. Oh, okay.
The yelling and everything seems to be getting now farther away and even more echoey.
I will take one last movement towards the cave. Can I, with all these rocks in the way, I can't tell if it's the vision layer blocking or if I can actually see this encampment to the south. Can I see that far?
Probably could from like there, but not. But that would block your vision.
Yeah, I don't think you can see the encampment.
I will move around the rock until I get within view of this encampment. I would assume I can probably see it about now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see them.
Do I see any
Majority.
activity at all?
No, it looks empty.
Right, I'm going to move back to the entrance to the cave where they can see me, and I will wave them over. And I will be, kind of intently
User joined your
listening.
channel.
Hey
guys, sorry.
Hey, there it is.
Grab Zook from inside that tent and give it to him. But
We can just
Yeah,
say
Zook kept
Arthur's
up
been
with us.
lugging him along. He's finally
Oh.
woken up from his stun.
Wait a second. Zook stepped on a landmine.
Again.
Okay, which one are we connecting to?
My server.
Got it.
And we are currently at the import 1 of Slave Camp.
friend Zook, you've recovered.
I will motion to the party, like I will put my finger up to where my lips would normally be, and I will say, "Quiet, my friends. There appears to be no activity to the camp to the south, but they are most definitely inside the cave and getting deeper. I believe that is where your kin are being held, Ruth."
So, before we move on, Zook get his house in order with his leveling and his items and stuff like that.
Can I
Yeah,
use
Ethan-
locate object to find a person?
You could probably use it to locate an object that's on the person.
Atham decided to donate his share of the gold to you this time for whatever reason.
Oh,
Yes, since you didn't get a share.
well, thank you, Atham.
So 3,921 GP.
Thank Ruth.
Thank
she doesn't like
Ruth.
lugging that much metal around.
Okay.
That is actually like 80 pounds, so for a small...
Yeah, in that case, I've got a problem.
Well, we're not actually tracking money weight. I was just joking. But that is actually 80 pounds worth of coins.
Wow. Okay. Oh, and as far as my leveling goes, my character is leveled except for my additional spells.
Did he get experience?
No. From the previous one.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's
From-
one
I'm-
level behind you.
Yeah, I'm level
Okay.
4, but I just haven't added my spells because I didn't have a chance to pick them.
And
Yeah,
his token isn't quite up to date either. It's
We haven't,
It's still
we
level
haven't
3.
rested. We haven't rested yet, so you wouldn't have your new spells anyway.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Did you happen to listen to the The recording of the last one, or do you need a brief summary?
I listened to about half of it.
That was probably all that really happened. Was just fighting, and more fighting.
Yeah, it was fighting and more fighting, and Centaur rushes into tent and people run scared and that type of thing.
Yep. All right, so the ninja is waiting over by the entrance to the cave and, looking to the rest of the party. How do we wish to proceed?
I'm going to take a look inside. Wait a minute. Stay.
Alton is going to whisper to Ruth and ask her if she knows of any object that someone was stolen would be very likely to be carrying.
Can I think of anyone that I did not see the body of that they might have taken as prisoner?
It has to be a very precise image, too, so it's something you have to be very well known that you could describe to me.
Yeah, Bunko, can I think of anyone?
I mean, you know of people that are missing and, little trinkets, religious items, whatever it is that they might be carrying on them. If it was stripped from them, or something like that, then obviously you guys are going to be locating something that's not attached to the person anymore. But and you can try. Yeah. I mean, it's say a religious item on one of the women, or maybe a toy that one of the kids used to play with a lot, or something.
Yeah, a
Whatever
religious
you
token
want.
would probably be the best. The only problem is it'd be a guess as to who survived.
Well, you
Well,
know
you-
who's missing from the village. You don't know what their state is or anything right now, but you know they're not at the village.
So I try to choose someone with a who always carries a religious token that isn't really worth anything otherwise.
All right. How far of range is this?
It's 400 foot plus 40 foot of level, so 540 feet. Actually, no, it's 40 foot of level will be level 5, so 600 feet.
Okay.
And it's
You're
a continuous effect for 5 minutes.
okay. You're detecting something that is. How far would that be? We'll say it's on the very fringe of your range, and it seems to be down down in the earth, quite quite deep. So yeah, it's down in a down easterly direction. So it's definitely multiple levels down than where you are now.
The item you described to me, Ruth, appears to be in the cave. It seems to be quite deep, probably several levels lower than what we are now. Whether that is the actual location of the prisoners or just merely where the item has been stored, I cannot say.
So peering into the cave, you basically see the main stairs goes into the mouth of the cave, then winds around a turn, which is preventing your eyesight from seeing far into the cave. You do also hear faint yelling in the cave now. So you think you're guessing it's the goblin that's going around yelling, but he's running through the cave and probably alerting people or just panicking.
What is the visual situation in the cave in terms of illumination? Like, would I, without dark vision, be able to see?
No,
Okay.
it's dark.
Alton is going to cast Light of Venya. He will cast light for a couple hours, I think.
Well, I could probably see pretty well down through there. But
Yeah, but the rest of us can't.
Both Teto
just say
and
I
Alton
could
will
see
glow.
60 feet through this passageway.
Alton's currently plan is to use his light spell on a rock and continuously throw that rock forward, leapstone style.
Aye. A wise course of action, mage. Open mic.
Yeah.
I do not believe we will be able to sneak ahead, or at least I will not, in these conditions. So we will have to travel as a group, unless someone has an idea.
Well, I'm not volunteering to go first again. I'll say that much.
Alton will hand the rock to Arthur for the time being.
Oh, okay. I do not need such a thing.
The rest of us do, however, my large friend.
I guess I wedge it between an armor plate or something.
No, you can chuck it at the first opportunity.
Well, I have a shield and a lance.
Oh, so you don't have a hand open? I hand it to Yoshiro instead.
Alright, I will take it, despite it being like the worst thing that yeah, I have the lenses, but I don't necessarily want to use those just yet. He already cast light.
Those are almost as bad because of the they're like flashlights or something coming from your
Yeah.
eyes.
Those are like emergency, like you run into a shade in the middle of the dark. What do you do?
All right, so you guys are going in the cave.
I think so.
Yep.
All right. What formation are you guys going down these winding stairs?
I think it's Arthur first.
Yeah, it can basically have one large guy or two side-by-side mediums.
I
Arthur
would definitely
first.
be following right behind Arthur, in case there was anything of a technical nature that needed to be dealt with.
Descend into the depths.
So how much light does this glowing stone put off?
The light spell, I think, is 30 feet.
Okay.
Might be 20 feet. I don't know. Venya is 30 feet. I know that. It is 20-foot illumination on the light.
I think Ruth should be behind Arthur as well with Yoshiro, so she can spot anybody that she might recognize.
Yep, just get in whatever line that you guys want to be copied and pasted with.
I'm happy
Feeling
where I
comfortable
am.
with that?
Looks good to me.
Teto is also glowing through share spells, and for the time being, he will sit on Ruth's shoulder.
Ruth just shrugs.
All right. to slave caves.
Slave caves, I see it.
Now loading slave caves. Please wait 5 minutes.
Actually, it's coming pretty quick. 43 of 50 already.
I think mine's done. I didn't even get a loading bar, but I have a black screen.
I don't even have a loading bar yet.
I'm at 47 of 50. 49. Done. It's black. Yeah, if you don't have a loading bar, then you're loaded, probably.
Yeah, all I have is solid black.
Zoom out and then look to the left.
Aha. There it is. Whose hair?
Roof's here.
Ruth's hair? Oh, Teto. Okay. It's like she's a little shorter than you.
And suddenly we were playing Terraria.
Very white in here for a cave.
It's mica floors.
It could be marble. Like, I don't know why they would use this instead of a standard quarry, but they could have just been digging marble out of this.
They're very refined goblins.
Yes.
I'm gonna add you guys to initiative table just to get movement working.
Do you want us to actually roll initiative to determine where everybody's going to be?
Yeah, you guys can do that.
Not very high up.
I mean, if somebody wants to defer movement, then we can just go to the next person and stuff like that.
I guess we should probably do it in the order where we were setting people up in the line, like Arthur and then myself and Ruth. Would that work with everybody?
I'm good with that, but I'm also going to keep my initiative roll.
I'm fine with that.
That might be too logical.
Yeah, we'll still have to.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to re-roll initiative when we get into combat.
Okay.
All right, so move Arthur up top, and then myself and Ruth, and following. I think Zook was bringing up the rear with Juan.
Alright, I move to the cross section and do a listen check. Arthur listens
hear-
intently. I haven't rolled yet. Oh, my listen is bad.
Which way does locate object point me in?
Why am I having such trouble moving Huon?
I had issues at first too. I had to move it a couple times
think
and
he's
let me
stuck in
move
the wall.
properly. Yeah, he's stuck in the wall.
He wasn't.
Yeah, I can't move him either.
He moved left when I was on right.
Oh, that's weird.
It's because the vision blocking layer, I think, that's doing it.
Here, I copied him. Here, you can move that one now.
So are we doing strict initiative in terms of everybody's movements and actions now?
Yeah.
All right, well, we need to get in the proper order then.
Can't move it ourselves. Bucko has to do it.
Alright.
Which way does your spell point thee, Alton Mage?
I asked that. I haven't got an answer yet.
I see a trap, apparently.
Some of these,
Tea.
some of these, the text, just ignore that.
See, big number 13. That's unlucky. Not going in there.
That just came with the map generator.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
carved on the wall. The goblins use it for some unknown purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
Meet in
this
room 13.
giant T isn't part of the map generator.
No.
Mayhaps it should have been on the hidden layer. Wink, wink.
Well, I know where I'm searching for traps.
Unless that's a goblin ploy.
All right. So, did you do your listen?
I did. I got a 16. I didn't write listen after it, though. And the cloud's asking which way his spell is pointing him to. But
Southeast and down. You hear some goblin noises to the east. To the south, you don't hear anything.
now, friends, we have to decide whether this tunnel curves around, or should we go toward the goblins?
What is the object we are specifically seeking?
It's a religious item that.
I
One of
targeted
the-
at a religious item of the gnomes.
Yeah.
Well, if
Whoever's their god would be. I assume Ruth
pro-
would tell me.
provided Ruth responds,
I'm trying to think of a good gnomish god for it.
Well, I'm less concerned with the god and more concerned with is it made of a precious metal?
Wood. Small wooden token with a face of a particular god on it.
Oh, well, perhaps they left it upon whoever it is we are seeking.
That's the hope.
Or threw it in a rubbish pile?
Yep, one or the other.
Guess south or east? That's the question.
I think our ultimate priority is to find the captives first, and that is our only...
When we were given
Only lead.
southeast.
Find the gnomes and hope they can help us kill all the other goblins.
Arthur will proceed south then. After squeezing through said opening,
I don't know that you're going to be able to squeeze through that thing.
you can squeeze through a 5-foot opening as a large creature at half speed.
Technically, as a centaur, he's probably not more than 5 feet wide.
Oh, wow. Kind of jumped it there for some reason.
Yeah, it's jumping you to where you can fit.
Yeah, it's being awkward because of the hex. I'm stuck in the wall.
Maybe you should
Oh, it
turn
is-
off Snap to Grid for yourself.
Ah,
Or,
that works much better.
There you go. I was going to say, just make yourself medium for now. We'll remember you're large.
I see
So,
the storage
Arthur sees just a dead end, couple barrels.
Does Cloud's thing, friend mage, come up here and see if your thing points to these barrels or not.
Hold fast, my friend. If we learned anything from our previous encounters, these goblins are somewhat suspicious. If hiding their loot here, it might be best to proceed with caution.
The spell tells me it's still further down, right?
Yeah.
It seems to be not on this floor. It seems to be, the spell seems to point toward the, I guess, east now.
It basically hasn't changed.
Okay, but it's down to the southeast, so it's not on this floor, friends.
I guess we start
Perhaps we must
moving
find
back.
some stairs.
Look at the party that is currently in Arthur's way. Back to the crossroads, my friends.
We're not going to examine the barrels?
We're on a timetable.
We are more interested in rescuing the people.
Okay.
Thunk.
Can check the barrels on the way out.
You find a barrel of rotted sardines.
Of gnome parts would be even worse.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I guess they won't hold many clues to where the gnomes are.
Get to the corner and I make another wisdom check. Oh, it's a good one.
You hear some scurrying around the corner.
Hurrying.
You hear some. It sounds like they're trying to ambush you.
Okay, I can't move my guy.
I'm gonna totally ignore the fact that I can hover over the blackness and see bugbear, but I'm gonna ignore that.
It's
Really? Oh yeah.
the vision blocking layers are making it really hard to move on the hex grid right now.
Just unsnap it from grid temporarily. Makes it much easier. You won't see your movement number, but well, you will. But
All right. So what do you guys do?
I believe
Arf-
they may be around the corner, my friends. I can hear something.
Assuming you're whispering that.
Yes. Can't really whisper over the mic; you won't hear it.
Yeah.
Let me take a look, my friends. And I guess the ninja will
They do not
slink
sound
forward.
very far away, my friend.
I would recommend chucking the rock around the corner and then taking a look. Otherwise, you won't see anything.
It's a good idea.
I could fly some lights around the corner and scare them.
Right, I will, I guess, take the rock and. Oh, actually, I already have it. Yeah, I'll just chuck it around the corner. I don't know how you want to do that with the vision layer.
See, what happens is we do what we do is we make a copy of Alton.
And we chuck him. Chuck the copy.
And then we make him really small. This is our rock.
Except the rock only has a 20-foot radius, not 30.
Oh, well, still not getting anything from the rock.
Well, yeah, because the rock doesn't have vision.
It does.
No, there seems to be a giant... Did you put a giant vision blocking layer across there, Funko?
No,
Because Yosh isn't getting anything.
Is this a wall?
no, that's that is being caused by your light source.
No, but this is a your light source,
Alton,
right?
one copy. Is
Oh,
a
it's
light
not.
source,
It's not
a
snap
rock.
to grid. That's why it's not working.
Ah, really? Interesting.
Oh, I wouldn't
Light
have moved
sources
that far
don't-
then.
Yeah,
I thought, like, that was looking really weird.
I can't move that little thing now.
All right, roll initiative.
New initiative?
Yep.
There. Now the light source is up to date.
Alright, so I basically would have chucked that around the corner and then sneaking as well as I did, because I did roll like a 23 or something. I would just barely poke my head around the corner to see what I could see.
All right. You see a bugbear and two hobgoblins.
I hold up 3 fingers and
Looking
I
awkwardly
ready
at,
my weapon.
at a light rock that just flew through the air.
Hey guys,
They're like, what?
what's
what
going
is
on?
that?
What do you mean there's hobgoblins? I rolled a 2.
And by the way, my character can't move. I couldn't even move him forward with the party. He's still stuck back there.
Yeah, you have to turn off the snap to grid, and then you can move him freely, and then snap him again when you get there.
Yes, I'll ride the centaur.
Snap to grid is being awkward on this map because of the VBLs being so close, I think.
Yeah,
But
because you can't walk through a VBL, so because of how awkward they are, the way the map was laid out with the hex grid, it's not actually being very good.
Alright, so You're gonna have to reorder us. Looks like Arthur is up first. Unless they rolled higher than a 19.
Alton is dead last.
You basically just see me look around the corner, and then without looking back, I hold up 3 fingers and then ready my weapon.
Alright.
Arthur's technically in those 3 when Snap Grid is turned on, but
Alright, you guys get to move first. They are flat-footed right now.
Woo!
too bad Yoshiro is blocking line of path. But
You can slip by me. The
Not
whole
with a charge.
5-foot thing.
Can't be impeded with a charge. That actually 15. I activate Great Reach Bracers and stab a bugbear. 15. Not the greatest. Hit or miss.
The bugbear?
Yep.
Miss.
Okay. Next. Ruth. My spear glances off of his shield, I'm guessing, it looks like, but from the picture anyway.
Yeah, or you just miss. Alright. So Arthur misses. Ruth.
That looks like what? 20 feet, maybe? 15?
To the bear?
From here,
Yeah,
that's
there.
15. 1, 2, 3.
okay.
That's 15.
I couldn't move there with Snap to Grid.
Because this little fleck of something is there, but
Is that within reach of Bugbear?
that is 10. This spot or that spot is in reach of 5.
I can't get down.
You have view show grid turned on?
Teto was on top of him.
Yeah, I had grid on and now it's off. And now it's back on.
Means that you can see the grid lines.
No, I can't see the grid lines.
Hit
though.
view show grid or control G. Does that help any?
I can see the grids, but I can't get to the one I want to be on.
I'm saying to hit control, just do control G and then turn off snap to grid, then you can move where you want to go, just within reason.
Ah, I see what you mean. Okay.
Technically, you can leave the snap to grid off. The only thing about leaving it off is your vision will update from where you were before.
Was Tetu riding her?
I think we can make the rock
Yes.
so it doesn't actually have vision, can't we? Yes, there we are. The rock now has no vision.
Now that we got all that done, attack. $19 against the Bugbear.
So hit.
Are Are you giving me an actual rock, Funko?
Yeah, I put it next to your little guy.
I'll have that fixed here in a moment.
Take 4. Ha.
Alright. Stab him in the shoulder.
And he moves up a little bit, whines a little bit because he's having trouble getting through the party. Done.
All right, how does reach
You can
work
move through
on?
a friendly person, you know, right?
I know, but I want to keep him back. It's just
Okay.
a role play reason to keep him there.
How does reach work on like this weird diagonal hex grid that we're using now?
You count each hex as 5.
Well, feet by feet, yeah.
You can do the second ring around you.
So that's 5, that's 10. This is 10, so on and so forth.
All right, I will. Let's see here. I will 5-foot step. And actually, Arthur, are you able to like squeeze through these hexes? You just can't charge.
As long I can't stop in a small hex, I think. I can squeeze at half speed, so as long as I'm in a spot that's smaller than that, I can only move half speed, but I can't charge. But okay.
All right, I'm going to just make a normal attack against the bugbear using my Kusarigama. And that is a no. Rolling reflex.
Oddly enough, if you were standing there, I could charge because I'd have 10 foot to move here, but that's okay.
Alright, swing and a miss wildly, and that is my turn.
Alright. Zoop.
Okay. If memory serves, I'm allowed to move through friendly character squares
Yes.
without problem.
As long as you don't stop in them.
Okay, I know I turned off Snapgrid, but this is ridiculous.
Where the hell? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to move there. Just move me there. Every time I tried to move, I can only move up.
Yeah, just turn off Snap the Grid. We're just have to turn it on once I want to reveal stuff. It's being really awkward with this map for some reason, but whatever. Alright. So, Juan was sitting there, right?
Yeah, he was there. I did not plan on moving there. I'm just trying to.
I'm moving back
Turn
when
off.
Zook's done.
I'm just trying to turn off
It's
Snap
off.
to Grid here.
You just right-click your token and say Snap the Grid.
I still can't move.
Off. There we go. It's off.
Okay, now I'm gonna try it. Wow, it did work. Okay, that's where I started. Oh, now what
Nice.
happened?
You snapped a grid again.
I didn't do it.
Oh. Huh, weird.
Something weird's going on.
Anybody who might be touching his token, stop touching it.
Okay, is that... Yeah, that's 25, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm going to move to here, and since Ruth is within close proximity of the bugbear, I will instead fire my bow at Hobgoblin 1. Please tell me that's a hit.
That's a hit.
You gotta be kidding me.
Ink.
Ink.
All right. You have successfully hit him.
Oh, well, wait a minute. It is... No, it's a regular longbow. Okay, never mind. Next.
You
Alrighty,
slice off the
go to
tip of
me.
the bugbear's ear.
It appears the round button
Yeah, I
lags
see
a
what
bit,
it's doing.
so only hit it once. If it doesn't move, wait a second.
You slice off the tip of the bugbear's ear. He glares balefully at you.
I'll move to there and fire at Hobgoblin 1 as well.
I'm assuming you're in the hex above you.
Well, yeah. If I snap to grid, it does all kinds of weird.
Well, turn the
shit,
grid
like
lines
Zuko
on,
stuff.
and you can see where the grids are.
Control G. Yeah, that one.
Where you were kind of sitting between two grids.
You attacking Bugbear?
No, I'll be attacking the same one that Zoop did, Hobgoblin 1. As soon as I look up my shit here. There
Are
it
you
is.
attacking Hobgoblin 1? Because Bugbear's who we've been attacking.
Didn't
Not
Zoop
Zoop.
just fire at Hobgoblin?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, did
Yeah.
he? My bad.
Yeah, Hobgoblin 1.
Yeah, it's because Hop 1 isn't in melee
Right.
combat yet.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I picked him.
Oh, I'm using one of those special arrows. Was it Arrow of Biting or what was it?
How many of those did you get?
1.
6, I think, in total of the special, like 5 acid and 1 biting or something. To look up the loot list in a second. See if I hit first, which it probably didn't.
You realize if you miss, it's destroyed, right?
Yeah,
I thought you could retrieve arrows.
Not if it's
Not
missed.
those kinds.
special ones.
You missed it.
The biting one, actually, if you had hit, you could have gotten it back. But it says it's destroyed on this.
All right, biting is gone. That's my turn. Alton's turn. Nuke 'em.
Ding.
Alton goes to there and fires a fiery burst at Hobgoblin 1, which should hit them all. A little flame appears in his hand, and he kind of like just casts it at him. And that is a DC 17 reflex for half damage. Otherwise, they take 12. 12 or 6.
Oh, there was only one of those. Never mind.
Okay, so the first one fails, the other two succeed.
Okay.
The first one takes 12 fire, the other two take 6.
Alright, so the one that didn't succeed is Hobgoblin 1, and he's hurting pretty bad. Bugbear doesn't look very good either.
Bruce, see if you can hit the round button, see if it'll let me progress or not.
I think only the DM can hit the round button.
I hit it. Nothing happened.
Seems like sometimes when I push it, stuff happens, and sometimes not.
one that's on the top of the initiative chart. It says round, and then there's a number next to it. It's not actually the shape round. It's in a rectangular thing, and it says round.
Oh, you don't have the
So-
you don't have initiative open, Atham?
No, I don't. Not once it's going. I only check it once in a while.
No, I always have the initiative pane open.
So I missed the bugbearer with a 16 or with a 15 without his dex. He must have good armor.
The bugbear?
Yeah, we're screwed. No, the
On my
Yeah, the-
initial attack.
Yeah,
Because-
you attack the bugbear.
Just saying.
Yeah, without his dex, that's
Oh.
what, at least a breastplate? Well, he's got
Could
a
have a
shield
shield.
too, so no. With leather armor and a shield, he would have beat that.
For what I understand, the picture is not indicative of what they actually have.
True.
So looking at these guys, Bunko, what do they have? What are they equipped with?
These guys basically have warning stars and shields and studded leather.
I believe I get an attack of opportunity since I'm using my reach weapon. Correct? You said we can hit out to 2 squares if we have a 10-foot
If they
reach.
move through with 2 squares,
Yeah.
yeah.
they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, if a reach, you would get one now.
18 is better than a 1.
Alright, you hit.
9 damage.
He die.
So I,
Just delete them. Otherwise, it'll just get crowded in here real fast.
I sling the blade on the end of the chain around in the circle, and I just take this thing's throat out.
How many eyes of us did you take out since we're all around?
I am heavily trained, thank you.
The
Only
blood,
if I had
blood
rolled-
from the enemy gets in all
Only
our
if
eyes.
I had rolled a 12 would you have lost a limb.
Oh, okay.
Bugbear's turn. Bugbear, new bugbear.
Alright.
It is a standard
Yeah,
action.
I believe it is a standard action to potion.
Alright, he's gonna throw a javelin at Yosh. And I believe that misses.
Yeah, that misses. Kind of. I guess that's close enough to where I would actually have to dodge it. So I would just kind of sidestep and let it fly past me and hope it doesn't hit Arthur.
Like right into me.
Arthur.
I throw a javelin
luck.
at Bugbear. For 27, which I sure as shit hope hits.
Alright. Hit.
Yeah, it takes 8 points of damage from my javelin, so it lodges into his shoulder.
And he falls back dead.
I give an approving nod over my shoulder after seeing him just impale this thing from 15 feet in the eye.
Why I bought javelins.
Yeah,
For
they're
situations
they're
like
too
this.
heavy for most people to carry around lots of, but
Next in line.
Hobgoblin Prime. Wherever that one is.
Alright. You're not attacking? Or you are attacking.
No, he is attacking.
Attacked Hobgoblin 2. Is a 20 a hit?
That is a hit.
Max damage of 5. Take that. And done.
Alright.
Hobgoblin, unnumbered. Who we can't see unless he's the one who died.
No, he's
One
just
who
around
died.
the corner.
I'll
There's
go
another
on.
one.
Or
You can see the corner of his little circle.
he's right there.
Hobgoblin 2 is pretty bad. He looks like a child hobgoblin.
Oh god.
And
Going to throw a javelin at Ruth. And misses. Shiro.
Alright, I'm going to spin my chain and run along the wall this way. And I am going to fling the bladed end at Hobgoblin 2's face.
Friend Alton, if you could get out of the way, I could do some interesting things.
For a 26.
It's a hit.
Six damage.
You have killed the child hobgoblin.
Dun, dun, dun.
I just put it on the list of all the other innocents that I've probably killed in my past life. That is the end of my turn as I turn to this other one and try to size him up. Is it another child?
No.
I found it amazing that child hobgoblin was still medium.
Yeah, these two look pretty large.
Daddy now gets a bonus for you slaying his child.
Zook.
4 out bonus.
No, if this is at all accurate, Daddy would then pull out a shotgun and blow you away.
Fire. Pulls out 2 alchemist fires and throws them.
Okay. I can't fire an arrow between Alton and Lucek, correct?
You can
Without
get
penalty.
a negative, yeah.
Yeah, I have to have penalty.
Okay, fine.
Here instead. And then fire an arrow at Bugbear 1. I would say that's a hit.
Yep.
So I can do more than 1 damage this time.
Hey, yay.
Yay!
Alright.
And I'm done, of course.
6 damage. Nucleus.
I will, as I'm eating chips, I will take out a mage armor potion and drink it as my standard action, and as my move action, I will put away my bow, and I am done with my turn.
While eating chips.
Exactly. I'm efficient.
Alright. Alton.
Alton will get out of the centaur's way.
Too late.
Oh, well, I guess that's true because Luke's in the way now. Let's almost step to there and throw a little tooth of fire at Bugbear 1. Bugbear 1 and Hobgoblin unnumbered must roll reflex saves. You see Alton focus on a little ball of fire in his hand, hold it up, and then cast it at Bugbear 1.
Alright, so looks like full damage on Hobgoblin. Seven. Alrighty. Both are hurt, but they're still fighting aggressively.
So yeah, the first one that rolled took 7, the second one took 3.
Yep. Bugbear 1. 5 steps to attack Yosh.
Before you roll your attack 1d5, I've got my Child of Shadows in effect. Alright. Do not dodge. Or I should say I don't magically dodge.
No ninja poofs this time.
And he misses.
Yeah, with that bad of a roll, I think I don't even have to dodge that one. I just stand there and he hits the floor.
I club you! Smash floor.
Arthur?
I move to these 3 squares. And I will stab Hobgoblin and double kick Bugbear 1.
You can't double kick because you moved.
True. 23.
Hit.
$11 damage to Hobgoblin. Uh-oh. Ice bones went poof.
I'll be back. Had to reinitialize.
And now it's Root's turn.
Hobgoblin is looking bloody. Yeah. Ruth. It's a hit.
Max damage again.
Kick in the butt.
Come on, it's whining, and I'm done.
That 5 wasn't enough to kill him. I was hoping she was going to jump up and just rip his throat out with her teeth.
Max damage again.
But
Hobgoblin's going after him. And misses. Yoshiro.
Minor question: if you make multiple attacks, do they all have to be against the same opponent?
No.
No.
As long as you can reach all your targets.
Okay, all right. I am going to use. I'm going to expend a maneuver and use Flashing Sun, and that actually gives me an extra attack. And I'm actually going to full round attack with my dual weapon, so I'm going to have 3 attacks. And I'm just going to roll them until this hobgoblin dies, and then hopefully divert them to the other one. All right, so there's the first. That's a 16.
Miss.
That's 14. Nope.
Nope.
25.
Hit.
ooh, it's a 1920 crit weapon.
Oh, that's a good point. I haven't had any crits yet. Let me look.
Yeah.
No,
I know.
it's a 20.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
fancy weapons are only 20.
Mine's an 18. And I've never rolled one yet.
Seven slicing damage to the hobgoblin.
And he needed exactly 7.
Another arc of blood flies as the chain swings, and I will look at the other guy and just give him like a "you're fucked" look, and that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Zoop.
Well, since I don't really feel like running to the front of the line, and I can't fire bows easily for everyone. I take a what, -4 to hit?
-4 for firing into melee.
But I still don't have a chance of hitting anyone else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
That's up to the DM.
Not by rules. I mean, Bucko can change it if he wants.
Yeah.
but-
You could use
So
aid
Bunko?
another to help hit.
That's right.
You can aid another to help someone else hit.
Up to you.
Well, I hate to start wasting my bard songs on only 3 guys.
So you don't have to. If you use aid another, which is basically like trying to distract the opponent, you could help him hit by +2.
Oh, okay. That's a separate thing.
Yeah, it's just something you can do. Not some people choose to do it very often, but you can choose to aid another.
Basically, like you're taking your entire turn to like just yell insults at him and hope that it distracts him enough that somebody hits him.
Your mother smelled of elderberries. Okay, fine. That sounds good. I'll do
No,
that
never
instead.
mind. You have to be in position to make a melee attack against the person you're doing it
Oh,
with.
Aw,
never mind. Never mind.
That's
It
sad.
sounded good. Okay, so I got a 14.
Miss.
Okay, I'm done.
Produce.
Let's see here. I will try to move to there. And draw my rapier. I am done.
Or maybe draw your rapier and then move there.
You want to take your AAO, Bunko?
Well, I don't think I can do 2 move actions anyways, so I wouldn't be able to.
Did you pick
No,
up
no.
my rock?
Drawing your weapon might draw an attack. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. Yes, so I'll draw my weapon and move.
Where did you move from?
There, so that he moved through this square, which is threatened by him.
Oh, I would be threatened. Yeah, I would need to tumble then. Alright, I'll do a tumble check.
See if she loses her bra again.
Yes. From the front this time, that would be harder to mend.
I can only mend it once.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
Yeah, today.
How many times per session can Recluse lose her bra? Dum, dum, dum.
Jesus Christ.
You rolled
My
an out
tumbling
one.
is
It may
sucked.
actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The attack.
At least my AC is higher this time. Oh, and he is my dodge target, by the way, so it's 23 AC.
You might be prone, though, meaning that you failed your tumble.
Tumbling? Oh, yeah. Do I have to roll for that, or reflex save or something?
Yeah, do a reflex.
Alright, where's my reflex? Ooh, it's my highest, +9. Ugh. Not as high as I like it.
I'm gonna say you're flat-footed, though, but you're up.
Flat-footed? Oh, great. What's my AC flat-footed? It's without dex, right?
Yeah.
So 4 lower. So it's 19. Oh, wait. I don't think dodge works with flat-footed, right?
No.
And it wouldn't matter. So that's a hit.
Oh shit. Your character has some really bad luck with tumbling into squares and then
Yeah.
getting
8
immediately.
damage.
8 points. Yay.
Achoo!
What spell was that?
Sneeze all over my expensive book spell.
Spell of slime.
Knees of the heavens.
Obscuring mist.
And I'm very done now.
Alton?
Okay. Alton is seeing it very unlikely that he's going to be able to fireball his target this turn, so instead he's going to pull
You
out his...
can if you want.
He's going to pull out his magic
You could
missile wand,
poof there.
bend over, and fire it between the centaur's legs at the goblin.
Your character has some really bad luck
That's
with
bugbear.
tumbling into squares and then
Yeah.
getting
8
immediately.
damage.
So, magic missile through the centaur's legs at Bugbear 1.
Alright.
2 damage.
Magic bit.
Spell was that?
Magic missile.
You haven't been doing so good with that. I think every time you rolled it, you rolled 2.
Seems that way.
This is your magic duo wand.
That's why I use magic missile.
Alright. Oh, Arthur.
You meet my AC, so you hit.
Nine damage.
Ow. So his mace digs deeply into my side, huh?
Yep.
We hear the crack of a broken rib.
Alright. Your turn now.
Take a 5-foot step back into. Oh, I can't. To
Just
those
move
3
attacking.
squares. And I stab him with my lance. Utilizing my Healy strike maneuver.
Whoa.
You missed.
I stab deeply into his chest cavity with my lance.
It's pretty roll.
Looking pretty
I don't
bad.
know why there's a lance. I don't know why there's a 9 on there, but this isn't affecting the roll. So
It was.
You impale him like a
Parenthesis.
giant bugbear kebab.
He's
It's-
very hurting now.
it still only did 10 plus 7, so it didn't affect it.
Oh, that
Fixing
that
my
poor
thing.
thing. He's now at the mercy of Ruth.
I was just fixing my up arrow thing. So
Well, actually, never mind that. 5-foot step.
And you get flanking.
Yeah, I was trying to get flanking using Arthur, but I'll use it using Recluse.
Of course, I'm on the ground, flat-footed. Does that invoke flanking or not?
You're not on the ground, you're just flat-footed right now.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
you're standing. So a +2 to hit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Frickin' heck, 16.
Miss.
Can I get flanking from the rock?
rock flank TM.
Rock
No.
buddy flank.
He might be seeing stars, so you might get flanking from that.
Well, I
No,
could
no,
probably
no.
summon a small earth elemental. That
All
might
you need to
count
do-
as rock buddy flank.
Is learn paper dolls and throw a paper doll behind them and be like, my paper doll flanks you.
Yeah.
I need that one.
Shiro.
Alright, gonna do a another full round attack with this thing. Just kind of a whirlwind with my chain weapon. That's not a good whirlwind.
Don't.
Chain goes flying across
Don't.
the room.
That's a bad thing to roll
Everyone
along with.
ducks.
That may hurt.
Wow, good reflex. You grabbed onto it real quick before it went flying across the room.
I believe that second one is a hit.
That is a hit.
His chain castrates are no.
Arthurina.
Breast develop what?
Unless,
What is
unless
that?
you want a souvenir from the bugbear.
Whoa there, Yosh. Careful with that. As a chain moves past his eyes.
Five bludgeoning damage to this guy's face.
Still up.
Oh, but he's smarting though.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
He's mega wounded. Luke!
You hear a voice as if from the heavens. Finish him.
Wow. Actually get a hit.
Hit.
Fatality.
5.
5 what?
5 points damage.
Oh, okay. He's dead.
Yeah, we ruled it was
Decapitation.
local.
So would it get the same thing as my goblin roll then, Foster? So I don't have to roll it?
They're monstrous humanoids, so
Oh, so they are different.
they're just saying monstrous humanoids are generally local.
And we faced a couple bugbears down in the camp.
Yeah, but I never attacked one, so I didn't have to roll on it. And I don't have to attack one now, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so you guys want loot?
Sure. Please have some kind of curing.
I would think we are more
moderate, heavy
interested
wounds.
in rescuing the people than we are about looting.
I'll scrounge their pockets really quick, see what I find.
Seeing the state of Reclusette, like once again near death, I would at least search these things for a potion or a healing salve or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And I'm also going to go pick up that rock anyway.
Alright, so you guys are looting the corpses?
Very, very quickly, given that there are only, I think, 5 of them, like prioritizing healing stuff. If we can say we come back for actual equipment later, and it doesn't take as much time, like I think it would be very obvious if they have any healing items.
Alright. So, you've tallied, you found 4622.58 gold.
Alton will pass a Cure Light Wounds potion to Reclusette.
Yay! Thank you.
And Zook will hand a Cure Light Wounds potion to Lucette.
Did somebody write down the gold?
Yeah, I just updated the
11.
gold sheet.
Okay.
Just got back what I lost.
Mithril Heavy Shield.
Correction, that's a Cure Minor Wounds potion.
Oh, Cure Minor. Okay. What's that, a D6 or 4?
I think it's 6.
Your minor is 1 point.
1 point flat.
1 point. That's it? Okay.
That's it?
It's a cantrip unless you're doing cure lights,
No, it's
which
a
are
potion.
level 1. Yeah,
Cure
that's-
Minor Wounds
It
potion.
is the same as the Cure Minor Wounds spell, which is 1 hit point.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
So 9 points then.
Maybe I meant Cure Light Wounds when I made this up then, because I sure didn't mean to have only 1 point per potion.
How much did you pay for them?
If you paid 25 gold, the cure lights.
They were 25 gold.
Yeah, the cure
Okay.
lights.
Cool.
1d8
all that
plus
then.
1.
Okay.
I get 2 more points then.
Nobody objects to me clearing the old loot list except for the stuff that we're keeping to sell, right?
Sure.
Like nobody needs to look at that.
Alright, I took the stuff I got, so.
I haven't taken anything, but then again, I wasn't there to take anything.
Alright, so you got the gold, right? You got the Mithril Heavy Shield. There's a light wooden shield, dark wood shield, 3 halfling skip rocks.
What the holy hell is that?
It's a
Exotic weapon for halfling. It's basically a pebble that can bounce off multiple
It's a
targets.
bouncing pebble that you can skip off multiple foes. It's exotic, though.
Does Ruth seem to be objecting to us searching these guys?
Arthur will want you
Depends
to
on how
want
much
us to
time you
move on.
take.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a really cursory glance.
brawler gauntlets. Healing
Is that magical?
belt.
They
Yeah.
are.
There's a healing belt,
Ooh.
quivered scabbard, and a fishing tackle.
Alton might like to go fishing. That sounds good to me. Not right now.
Sounds good to me too, but you can have it. I can make my own later.
Is the healing belt expended for the day? Or is it dog only healing belt?
That was on my wish list.
No, I'll let it.
Yeah, I
Can
think
use
healing
it for
belt's
a
on
day.
most people's want list. It's just that good of a belt.
I would pick that up, and knowing what it is, I would hand that to Recluse to help.
I think you have to wear it for so long before it actually works, though.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Does something weird. I was looking at it a little bit, but I didn't. I don't think I
I'm gonna
have it
take a
on
look at this
horses.
northern little.
I think it's to stop you from
Passage.
being like, I equip this, use it, and de-equip it.
Yeah, probably.
It's got a limit on it
Okay.
to stop you from buying like 10 healing belts and using them like continuously like that.
Just taking them off and putting one on.
Since that could actually come in handy, like not now but later, does anybody want to rock paper scissors that just right now? Like roll for it.
Yeah, I think I could.
I don't mean to interrupt the adventure, but while we're talking about it, that's like the one thing that.
I'm not getting it, so. Next.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah!
no worse than me.
roll off.
Wow.
Wow.
Roll off on 3. Wow. Okay. Seriously.
Ice Bones gets it.
I was gonna say, did I actually win it with a 3?
That's probably good that Icebone gets it. He didn't get any of the shit from all the other stuff, so that's for his foot being hurt loot.
That's long term, but temporarily Recluset can use it.
All right, wait a second.
Oh no, it's you gotta wear it for a while for it to
Oh, you do?
something.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I thought it was put it on.
Yeah, I think you gotta wear it
I-
at least a couple hours or something like that.
I
before it
see a
actually
bunch of
works.
stuff.
Yeah,
I think
stop
I
moving.
updated the loot list, Bunko. If you want to look it over to make sure everything's on there before we move on, and we'll just continue.
All right. Yeah, just stop moving there, guys.
I'm just moving up to Arthur. I'm not moving past him.
You gotta carry the rock along. You said you picked it up.
Yeah.
It's on Yoshiro.
All right. You guys do a listen check.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna have it not snap the grid, just keep in mind that it has to snap the grid in order to actually do its light thing.
I don't hear anything.
You can't even hear us walking around.
Ice hears some sounds like enemies to the south east.
I look to the northeast. I see a bunch of rubble.
Yeah. To the northeast, you see remnants of what looks like rubble on the floor. Some mining equipment is in the corner. Just some picks and buckets and stuff like that they would be using to mine. The walls are pretty clean of any kinds of materials that you would think were any of value, so they must have stopped mining in this area because they didn't get any
It
other
was barren.
veins of yeah. So you do hear some sounds like some enemies to the south east, and you do hear a lot of echoing to the southwest.
Echoing of what kind?
Like picks
It
or...
sounds like that goblin again, but it's really faint, really far away.
And what did we hear to the southeast?
Southeast, it sounds like some enemy is getting ready to move in on you.
Well, it's just movement.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know if it was captives or enemies or not. Have we been heading like downslope as we get farther in, or is this all one level?
It goes up and down. It's kind of wavy, but it's pretty much just one level.
I gesture for Arthur
Okay.
to continue.
Doing south. Snap the grid back on so it'll reveal.
Yeah, move very gingerly. if you guys aren't doing the initiative table.
All right. So to my west, I see stuff, and to my east, I see stuff.
So to the southwest, you see some stairs going down. There's also what looks like a corridor to the east of that stairway that goes around the stairs. Yep, you see a what looks like a table to the pretty much east now.
What does this like overhang area look like it's composed of? This is kind of a Hythos question. Like,
This
is
is
it
all.
is it
It's
sturdy?
all. It will crumble if you do some damage to it, like a pick or whatnot. But running into it and stuff like that, you might get a couple pebbles come off.
This is just
gonna
like a
fall
vertical
apart or
wall,
anything.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I was checking to see if it was mined out and if it was being held up by wooden supports or something like you would typically see in a mine.
Yeah, this whole place has the wood supports holding up various areas that look weakened because of the mining. Larger, sturdier areas look fairly left alone to its physical devices.
Seeing this choke point, I would like to point it out to the party and say, I don't know if our captives are further this way or not. Perhaps I could move forward and take a look. It does sound like there is something in that direction. If not, and if it just happens to be more of these wretched goblins, perhaps I could make it back quick enough for us to collapse this entrance and perhaps slow them down or even trap them inside.
I look to Alton and ask, "Which way does your spell point, mage?"
It's still pointing down to the southeast.
Yeah, it's pointing a little bit more down, but yes.
More down.
More down than it was previously.
It
But-
seems to be. It's still to the southeast, guys. It would appear that the targets are. We're approaching the point where we're probably above them because the spell is pointing more downwards than it was before.
So perhaps those stairs over there. Does anyone have any objection to me taking a peek to the east? And if
If it is
our
done
friends,
quickly,
if our friends are not there, we
Every
can perhaps
moment
try
we
to collapse
wait.
this.
they
All
might.
right, well, pausing for
we could
for
also
the people who
we could also dig our way down if you guys are up to it. I'll manage.
this is the moment where people can intercept Yoshiro's crazy plan.
Yes,
Do so now.
we all are.
I do not think it is
nobody
wise to be
objected
collapsing
to the
tunnels.
wait thing, so we'll use that if we have to.
To me, it
I'll be
seems
back in
that
one moment.
collapsing a tunnel is not something that would be quick or controllable. I would hate to be trapped in here.
We might want to
very
get
well.
back there.
I just figured those pickaxes might be around for a reason, but if you boys don't want to dig, that's fine with me.
All right, I am still going to move forward as sneakily as possible. And I am aware that I'm moving into darkness. Like,
No, you got to do snap to grid for just to reveal stuff too from line of sight vision stuff.
I'm going to assume you left my rock behind.
yeah, I did. I'm really trying to rely this time on listening, and I've got my emergency contact lenses of lantern light or whatever in case.
Flashlights.
Yeah, if I run into trouble. Right, so I'm moving to here, and I am going to be trying to listen intently.
All Alright, you're being attacked.
That's a good listen.
My move silent did nothing.
It did something until you went over the rubble.
That, I mean,
But now you're pretty much in the wide open with people who have dark vision, so...
well, I mean, I wasn't told it was affecting my ability to sneak, though.
Yeah, but you're out in the open with... So your hiding is not doing anything.
They're looking around going, what is this weirdo doing?
Well, I mean, it just depends on if they were all looking in this direction. Never mind. I don't even know why we even have rogues in this campaign. All right, if I'm being attacked, attack, but roll 1d5.
Well, if you're going to be a rogue sneaking around in the dark, you might want to get something that you can see.
Well, forgive me for not trying to be OP and taking a race that could see in the dark.
Assuming we're rolling for initiative again.
Not yet.
He's being attacked.
Yeah, but I'm
But
away
you
from the
guys
party.
are not there.
Oh, okay. Well, there's my
But
initiative
he's
roll.
within sight.
Technically not, apparently.
I can see him. I can't see what's attacking him, but I can see Yoshiro.
Yeah, that's what's kind of confusing me is I'm being attacked, but the hexes around me immediately are visible. So, I mean, I guess it has to be a missile attack, but
The hobgoblins
Yeah.
did throw javelins before. One did, anyways.
Get this.
it only now occurs to me that if there is no light in here, I highly doubt that their captives are in here because in order for them to work, they probably need light.
Unless they're creatures that have dark vision.
Yeah, but dark vision, you still have to have some sort of light source.
No,
No.
you don't.
No, dark vision is literally
Low light
infrared. It
either.
requires no light.
Well, what's the one that requires
Low light vision.
Oh.
Most gnomes have low light. Only some have dark vision also.
So my point remains valid that the gnomes would have to have light in order to see to work.
We assume they're being put to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're not, then these are really stupid-ass goblins.
I have returned.
Just setting up.
Yeah, operate back as well. If my turn happens to come up, I'll just throw a fiery burst or whatever is in range that doesn't hit an ally. For 3 to 6 damage.
One miss.
I'm going to argue that I still get my listen check because you told me I was getting attacked in the exact square that I was stopping to listen.
I was attacking you before you were listening.
You didn't say anything, though.
I was attacking you before you listened. Misses. Javelin flies over your head.
Yep, not friendly. I yell back, and I will activate my my lenses of bright vision.
Arthur goes last.
Do I do D20 or generic light?
Depends on what your.
15 foot. Both have 15.
Yeah, it's whatever.
You have 15-foot normal light pick torch.
Well, it says torch is 20. So 15 is equivalent to a lamp.
Just pick whichever light source is closest to what you have.
Alright, so I've been attacked and I've used a swift action to activate my my lenses. I guess I still get a turn before we actually, or the rest of my turn before we actually jump into the initiative order, correct?
I don't think so.
That's why he told us not to roll for initiative, because I was away from the party and I haven't made my actions yet.
I'll
So,
have
like, it would-
I'll have you go, but then all of the monsters can go before the rest of the party can.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, we over here are flat-footed them, but you've been attacked, so you're good.
I am, let's see here. I'm gonna grin as this javelin flies over my shoulder, and I'm just gonna disappear in a cloud of smoke, and reappear right there. And I will turn to the rest of the party and matter-of-factly state, yep, there are definitely goblins in there. We may wish to collapse this thing. At the very least, we have a choke point. And that is my turn.
Did you guys roll for initiative, or
Yeah,
is this?
I did.
I think we said it too. Should Zook and I roll off?
Alton hasn't rolled yet either.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to, unless you guys want to go.
There you go.
Want to go first.
Beat that, Zook. Whoa, close.
He tried.
My higher dex. This is gloves of dex that did it for me.
I'm back.
And now it's out. It's Arthur's like golden moment. It's literally he's able to block off this entire passage by himself.
All right. So monsters have moved towards you and are starting to move into the choke point area that Zara keeps saying. And initiative is now set. Alton, you might want to roll.
Can do.
Oh, nice. You go second. I go third. Move recluse that above Zook too when you get a chance. There we go.
So you
Right.
really want to go with that mad plan?
I just posed it. I am not trying to convince anybody of my quote mad plan, but
Alton is indifferent because he did not hear this mad plan.
it was the mad plan to knock out the little wooden supports in this little area right here and try to
Cave
get
in.
it to
Yeah.
collapse it.
I think it would be faster and safer just to kill the bugbears.
Well, it was my
I'll
attempt
defer
to
for
do
now.
something other than just wade in and do another 30 minutes of combat.
I'm deferring for now.
Alton's turn.
All right.
Fiery burst on the square between the two bugbears. They were reflexes for 5 or 2.
Yeah, it's DC 17 or 19?
17.
Okay. There's one passed.
17, you said?
Yep, the one takes 2, the other takes 5.
All right. They are hit. Recluse.
Which plan do I want to go with?
You could come up with an equally crazy plan all on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, I'll move to there and dang it, I don't really have a weapon I could. So how much? I look at these supports, and I'm wondering how much damage I could possibly do to them with either my rapier or with a kick or something.
You would have to wail on them.
All right, then I won't.
It would have to. You would have to probably do something like 20-ish, high teen damage to actually do something.
In my opinion,
Okay.
go use a rapier or a kick against a telephone pole and see how you do.
Yeah, see how long it takes to take it down. I will then move to there and ready rapier attack on an enemy that comes into a threatening square. I am done.
Okay, so we've got a total of 5 enemies coming at us. Is that understanding that, even though we can only see 2 of them?
Right now, you can only see like 2.
Right, but I see 3 more on the initiative table, is why I asked.
Yes, your wise assumptions have said that there's about 5 enemies attacking you.
Okay. In that case, I will go ahead and use my Inspire Courage, start my Inspire Courage, since it looks like I could actually use it this turn.
And, okay. Yep.
So everyone gets +1 for now to attack and is it attack and damage or just damage? I have to go look that up. Foster McLeod, do you remember real quick? I think so too.
And people are observing that Bugbear 2 looks fairly sizable.
Oh boy.
I will move to here so that I can attempt. Well, yeah, I will also. Well, go back where I was. I was there. That's close enough, I guess. So, the way I see it, even though at a -4 I have a line of sight on Bugbear 3. So.
Yep.
I don't remember. Do I get a movement and a bardic skill, or do I get an attack and a bardic skill, or is it my choice?
I think you're. Yeah.
Okay, so I get an attack, right?
No.
Oh, okay. And then a move. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just close ranks with my fellow party members and be done.
Shiro.
Looking up something real quick. All right. I have an important question here. If something is designated a melee weapon, but it can be thrown, do effects that affect a melee weapon, not a melee attack, still count? Burning Blade adds fire damage to my melee weapons for the rest of the turn, but I could throw my daggers. They are, but it's technically a melee weapon before I throw it. How do you?
If you throw a weapon, it is a dexterity-based check, unless you have brutal throw.
How do you view that, Bunko?
Yeah, it would lose its effect once you throw it.
Well, it doesn't say as long as you're holding. It's just like it's until the end of the turn, but okay. I am going to ready an action to do a full attack and throw a pair of daggers at, I guess, the bugbear that enters range first. And that will be it.
All right. Let's see, Bugbear 3.
Uh, 19 and a 13.
19 hits.
Ooh, 7 damage.
Get him pretty good in the chest, and he starts to bleed. Arthur, you can do a attack of opportunity too.
I guess I'll do an attack opportunity with my. Well, the lance cannot hit something that's right next to him. Though. I guess like when you move through the square, I guess it still counts. 26.
Hit.
11 damage.
And he skewers him.
So this was Bugbear 3. I think I move down in initiative below Hobgoblin 4.
Well, wait a minute. Foster just went, right?
I got an AO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack of opportunity.
I see.
So I need to get moved down, I guess, above Arthur.
Why is that?
Because I used a readied action. My attack went off and it moved me to just in front of the initiative of whoever it was that I was attacking. That was the thing that we just killed. Which was in front of... Yeah, there you go.
Alright. And it's your turn.
No. Wouldn't it be Arthur's turn?
No.
Well, I mean, like, that was my readied action, so that took my turn.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
uses his action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Yoshiro's was a...
Arthur uses
attack
Battle
also.
Leader's charge on Bugbear 2. I have to go to there.
No, Hob 4 wasn't the one that was attacked. It was Hob
Nah,
3.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Hob
15
3
or,
is-
or more than that.
No. Miss.
Damn. Alright.
Okay. Ruth will
turn.
take her action. So I'll go right after Arthur.
Yeah. Oh, you want to go now?
Yep.
Alright.
Let's kill Bugbear 2. Did we just get a boost from Zook?
Yes, everyone's getting their +1, so we should be using them. +1 to damage, +1 to attack.
Let's roll that again.
Nice. Oh, hit.
It's a hit.
Ah.
And that's a miss.
No, it's a.
Well, it's not a confirmation. That 20 better
No.
be a hit.
It's a hit.
Max damage again.
So that's why it would have been nice to confirm.
+1s.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you
actually,
get
I didn't
6
add
points.
my +1, so it's 6. Yeah.
Yes, everyone add your +1s.
I've
Did
been
16
gone.
hit? Probably not.
Alrighty. Bugbear 2.
There.
Oh,
And he drops his weapon.
Wow. What was the DC for that? Or you're not telling us?
Well, it rolled a 1.
Yeah, no.
If it's low, it's bad.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I figured, but okay. first drop weapon in this campaign, I think. Or me. I dropped my bow tons of times in the last one. I was dropping it 2 or 3 times a session sometimes. Oh yeah, that's right.
25 on Arthur.
Oh. Bro, you confirm, miss. Well, you confirmed it and go.
Six damage.
It's but the flesh wound.
Alton.
Alton will take a 5-foot step forward. Actually, he can't. He's got to step around this way. Walk 10 feet and fiery burst at the square behind the two that are there. Bugbear 1 and Hobgoblin 3 for a fiery burst. And 5 again. Yeah.
Jeez.
It does 1 to 18. It's done like
I know.
5,
He rolled
6,
5
7.
to 7. Yeah.
At least you don't run out of it.
Yeah, it would be really bad if I ran out of it.
He basically just casts a bunch of dinky little combustion spells, but
Well,
he can do it
it's using
continuously.
Fireball as a focus, so...
Well, looks like they made their DC checks.
I know, right? Every time it's rolled like less than half damage,
Yes.
and then they've made their saves, so it does like really dinky damage.
Yeah, and it's not like they have big bonuses. +4, +3.
But I guess just to be fair, I'd rather them waste their goods rolls on saving against Fiery Burst than smacking us with them.
True. They do both sometimes, though.
Cruz.
Nope, can't move there. Never mind. I'm gonna move you really quick, Russo. There we go. I'll move to there. That's 30. Moved around 1. And I am done. My darts target will be Goblin Prime down there to my southeast. Yes, Goblin
Interesting
Prime.
choice.
Can
Can I move to there?
yeah,
Is
before
that
you
thing?
do, yeah, before you do that, can everyone do a listen check?
What does Foster? Oh, what is Ice Bones here? That was good. Ooh, damn, 2 good ones. There's Ruth and Zook here. What are the gnomes here? Closer to the ground. Must be something down there.
All right, so both Ice and Etham hear noises coming from the south passageway.
Like
Yes.
that way?
Yeah,
Okay.
Which one? Recluse was pointing.
Yeah, I had
southeast.
2 arrows there.
in that direction. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Over by the 16.
Over by the number 16.
No, the passageway that goes on the right of the stairs.
Oh, there's a passageway over there. Yeah, there. Okay.
Everyone's got
Wonderful.
arrows to put with. Goodness.
Yeah, Bunko finally showed his.
Yep. So we hear noises coming from there as well.
I hope you
Nice.
share this with the party.
Yes. There are noises coming from the south, guys. Maybe more enemies.
Who's south?
I point over here.
I will look to Alton and I say, it might be up to us to hold this pass, my magey friend.
We'll
My
do what we
scholarly
must.
friend.
All right. So,
Okay.
nice.
Well, being that we now hear that, I will move to a position so I can shoot whatever comes around that corner. And I will ready my bow. Can you do that? Can I ready my bow to shoot whatever comes into range? Or is that not?
I would specify more than anything that comes into range, but yes.
You kill one
any
Bruce,
goblins or
Albert.
bugbears or bad things coming into range.
A
You don't
goblin
want to shoot a
child.
gnome? One of
There.
Ruth's gnome's friends.
Yes. Anything
I
that
ready my bow for anything that comes into range. Comes into range. Arthur twitches. Thunk.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, bow is ready and waiting.
That was interesting.
All right.
Showed like a chat box thing.
Yeah, if you hold shift and space at the same time, that's what it does. And shift is my current push to talk key. So yes, you can do that and say you're talking too. Or thinking thoughts. Or whatever. I'm done.
So if I put it over you, it looks like you're thinking about me all the time.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, then the old space bar looks like you're thinking about stab a bitch.
Goblin did a hit on you with a 20.
Oh my
Bruce.
god.
He gets the roll again, threaten a critical.
Oh.
And it confirms it.
And it wouldn't have hit if it hadn't rolled a 20.
So many
19 would have missed me. Jesus Christ.
These are some good goblins.
What
My
is
luck.
Actually, their
the-
bonus is pretty shit.
I'm gonna have
but-
to make you a new NPC, Bunko, because I'm gonna have to go to that character pretty soon. You're killing me off.
Yeah. What is the...
No, the bunko just says hate. The only pair it hits in the party isn't his.
Yeah, exactly. Now there's two, Ruth.
I guess, well, yeah, but
That's what I was counting on. 'cause I'm
we don't
standing
have
right
a
next to her.
physical description on roof, so yeah.
She's short and she's angry.
You don't have a physical description? You haven't looked at my character sheet?
I probably could.
It's just minor stuff.
I doubt it describes well how big your boobs are.
True.
Have a picture of you.
Well, we all know where Alton's dirty thoughts go, like to the shorter races, apparently.
Eight damage.
He said something earlier to me that was a little racy. It's like we don't have time for distractions.
No matter how pleasant they may be.
Yeah, something like that. How much
Yeah.
damage? 8 total?
8.
That's livable, I guess.
Yeah, she's taken worse in the last hour.
Oh, me again. Look at that.
I want to point out that it may not have the movement to get there because of the rubble.
He only moved 20.
Oh, I thought it was 30.
Hobgoblin 4 looks pretty sizable too, by the way.
The one that's going to try to attack me,
Yes.
of course. Missed.
Alright. Shiro.
Yoshiro yells, "You guys should really get behind the hulking horse in armor." We don't have any like time frame on the scampering we heard to the southwest, right?
No. It's hard to hear because of the battle right next to you guys, but it's also doesn't seem like it's close. Not far, but close. And but if you move towards that direction or something to get away from the battle and to be able to get closer listening distance, you'll have a better idea.
I think I'm just going to look at Zook and say, "Zook, let me know if anything comes out of there. Keep an eye on it." And then I'm going to run to help the quickly faltering eastern front.
Sounds good.
All right, which ones are the ones you said were the, quote, big ones? It was Hobgoblin 4 and Bugbear 2?
Bugbear 2, Hobgoblin 4, and arguably Hobgoblin 3.
And have I seen attacks, like, them shrugging off attacks, these like, Bugbear 2 and Hobgoblin 3? What I'm trying to get at is if there have been a lot of failed attacks against these guys. Like, I would assume this is
No.
something that I could go on.
I think you guys have been generally hitting them, just not massive damage.
Alright, well, I will do a normal attack then. Not gonna hit. That was against, I didn't say, but that was against Bugbear 2.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Alright. And that is my turn.
Alright. Arthur.
I will stab Bugbear 2 with my lance. Utilizing my Steely Strike again. Against a confirmed crit. I think that might be a crit.
Nice. It
I
is.
think so.
Times 3 crit on the lance.
This is Hobgoblin 3, right?
He said Bugbear 2, I thought.
Oh, Bugbear 2. Okay, yeah.
$46 damage to Bugbear 2.
It is dead.
I spit him.
66.
Times 3 on a lance.
Wow.
So
It's 20 only.
if it was 2d6 plus, how'd you get 23?
Bard Song.
Yeah.
7 times 3. There's 21.
7 times 3 is 21.
Should be 24. Oh, whatever. 47 damage then.
Hmm?
He's still dead. Doesn't make a difference.
How did my +1 be a ×3?
Because it's a critical. When on a
Oh,
critical
okay.
hit, anything
He
that's
critted.
not additional
He
dice
critted.
is
I
multiplied.
just didn't realize he critted.
They're my turn.
Yeah. Are you doing your kicks?
They are not in reach.
Okay.
They only work on point blank stuff.
Well, I think Hobgoblin 3
No, from where
I
Arthur
occupy
stood.
these three.
Yeah, there's an empty square
This
there.
spot is empty.
Okay.
I still can reach that way though. And this way, actually, but
All right. Ruth.
$19 a hit on Hob 4.
No, it's not.
You won. Attack.
Keep in mind that moving through the rubble squares costs you double movement.
He still had 10 to go. I guess he'd have to go there. Yeah. $21. Assuming it's a hit.
Yep.
8 damage.
All right. Goblin is looking bad. So is
And
Bugbear
that should be it.
3.
Okay, Hob 3's turn.
Try to find the.
Covered in blood. There we go.
He's still covered in blood.
Yeah. 80% of them.
I don't know. If I was that much covered in blood, I think I might be worried. Or dead,
Maybe,
you know.
maybe he's thinking it's not his blood.
Oh. Never mind. He's already dead.
Oh,
Hobgoblin 3.
Yeah.
really? Oh,
No,
God.
I on my sheet I deduct the points, but if you guys kill him, I don't zero it out. So I thought that he was still up.
So,
Goblin or Hobgoblin 3?
Bugbear 3.
There is no Bugbear 3.
This guy right here.
oh, he's been dead.
It's on Hobgoblin 3.
Yeah, it's Hob 3's turn.
Yeah.
There. That's who he's going to attack. We get all these attack of opportunities on him.
21 on Yosh.
Roll 1d5. I did move this turn. Please be a 1. Damn it. Yeah, that's a hit. Unless that song gives me anything to AC, but I don't think so.
As far as tumbling through rubble recluse, you can move as normal, except you would effectively move at 1/4 speed, halved and then halved again.
7 damage.
Alright.
Wow. Okay, so that's like 5 feet for me. That's not even worth a tumble.
I would imagine it's a very difficult maneuver.
Alton.
Okay, Teto is going to 5-foot leap to Recluse's shoulder. and discharge Light of Venya into her
Yay!
for
What does that
1d8
do?
healing.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
And Alton is going to take a 5-foot step over here and fiery burst into the hex where the 3 is, hitting the Goblin 1 and Hob 4. And they reflex DC 17 for half. Tattoo now emits half as much light as he did before.
Oh, he was glowing.
Yes,
Well saved.
just like I am. See what I mean? It's a DC 17 save, but even the shitty
Yeah.
monsters save all the time against it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Just be grateful that I'm missing in the melee attacks.
I know, I guess it's
Yeah.
fair, but... Fiery Burst serves its purpose, it's wasting all their good rolls.
Alright, Goblin looks very close to death. Recluse.
Okay, with that knowledge, let's see here. I could tumble around to here, right? Without getting over rubble. If I go tumbling through roots and then the dead thing square, right? Just hope to God I don't fail my tumble.
Again.
Again, yeah. For the third or fourth time. I don't think I've rolled over a 4 for a tumble.
Gonna have to say you're gonna have to get a 20 to successfully do that.
Oh, well then never mind. I can't even make it when it's a 15. So I will stay here then and attack Hobgoblin 4. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Oh, I don't really have a full attack with the rapier, right?
Well, you do, but it makes no difference at this level.
Unless, just a note, unless Zook attacks Goblin, Goblin's going to be able to attack you next round. Or Juan.
Attack who next round?
Goblin, who's very near death.
Mm-hmm.
So if Recluse
Alright, I'll attack him.
wants to
Kill him
attack
off.
the other guy, he might survive and then be able to attack.
How's that?
That's a hit.
$10 points. And then I will 5-foot step. Over there.
Alright, Goblin dies.
And that is the end of my turn.
Zook.
Okay. Since nothing's come around the corner by here. Oh, here, hang on. I guess I should do another listen check, see if they're any closer.
Yep.
I hear nothing.
Nope. It's really hard to hear with the battle right next to you.
Okay. Is it safe to say that shooting through multiple people will not work, period. I've got more than one person in the way now for an arrow shot on the current situation.
Shooting through multiple people, what?
Currently, from my position, I'm going to be shooting through at least Alton and Arthur, if not Alton, Arthur, and Ruth, depending on who my targets are. So would I take more negatives, or would it just not be possible?
I would say it's probably a negative per person that you're trying to
That's
shoot.
what I'm thinking too. Okay.
Creatures count as soft cover. Each soft cover you fire through adds 4 to their armor class.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
4 for each
It's
person you're shooting.
more or less pointless. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. And since I'm not hearing anything now, and I'm not sure, is there something keeping me from, being that I'm a small creature and Arthur is a large creature, from jumping on top of Arthur and shooting an arrow from a standing point on top of Arthur, other than Arthur's personal objections to this?
Jump check and a balance check, and then a penalty of shooting a missile weapon after a move. Yes.
There's no
Wow.
penalty for shooting a missile weapon after a move.
If you're looking for a place to melee, if you're open
No,
to melee, that hex right next to me is technically open. Arthur's not occupying it. Just is an additional option. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
But,
That's what I was asking.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult because Arthur's right now sort of in combat.
Right.
He's in range, but...
Right. I'm just trying to find something useful to do besides continue to stare at this corner and wait for something to come around it.
Yep. Another thing you could do is stand next
You
to
could throw the rock around the
Recluse
corner.
and
It's
Ruth.
sitting right there.
Oh, I didn't see the rock. But then again, from my angle, I wouldn't be able to see around the corner any further anyway.
No, but still.
What was that other thing that's being said?
There's a vacant area between, yeah.
Yeah, you could fire through one person. It would only be giving him a +4. Like, it would still be hard, but maybe
Yeah.
doable.
Well, the thing is, he'd be +4 for that, and then another +4 for them being in melee combat, so...
Problem is, he doesn't have the movement to get there.
Oh, he only can move 20?
I can only move 20.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
You should just try jumping and balancing on Arthur. Like, it didn't sound like he was giving you any penalties. It was just you have to make checks.
If you move right here, can't you just fire through Arthur to hit that one hobgoblin to the south, below Yoshiro?
He's still in melee, though, so it'd be a +8. Or a
8?
Yeah,
Plus-
plus it's 4 for Arthur and then 4 for being in melee.
Yeah, I'm not shooting in close proximity. I'm shooting through target A, while target A is in combat with target B.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. Alright.
But, is that correct, Bucko?
If you're on top of Arthur,
If I move here and I shoot there, is it a -4 or -8 to hit?
It's a -4 to your hit and a +4 to his armor.
yeah, so it's basically a -8.
Okay, so I'm back where I was then. I was just using that for a reference point. Okay, well, in that case, since I can do not much more good here, yes, I'm keeping to sing, of course. Just keep singing, just keep singing. Sorry. Actually, in that case, never mind. I can't use that while I continue to sing. I guess I'll just continue to stand here and guard the corner then. giving everyone their +1s that I really hope everyone's actually using.
Coming in handy too.
Okay, in that case, I'm done.
Alrighty. Alright.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least they
Take
get the
that
crit.
night. Yeah, it's only a 20 on a Morning Star.
What was that?
It's
That
not
was-
critical because it's only 20
yeah, it
for
was-
Morning Stars.
Who is?
Hobgoblin
Ruth.
4 is against Ruth.
Oh, I heard Star.
Not Morning Stars.
25 is a hit.
Though it will be your turn in a moment, Star.
I thought it was being attacked.
6.
Alright, Yoshiro, I am going to start spinning my weapons again. This time, they're going to start to glow orange and then catch fire. And I am going to full attack Hobgoblin 3 like crazy with my flaming chain weapon 3 times. I'm just going to roll the attacks all in a row, and then I'll do the damage if I hit. Ooh, 20 on that one.
Chance on crit. Potential crit.
Alright, so you got 3 times.
What?
Well,
12 hit?
the fourth roll was a confirm
Oh,
roll for the third one. Is
and
it-
you confirmed it.
Sweet.
So 1 regular hit and 1 critical hit. This should take him down a bit.
I will read this turn is as Hob 4 is eviscerated.
It's actually Hob 3.
Is it? Oh, it is. Look at that.
Right, that's the first attack that's not a crit. So it's 5 physical and 5 flame.
Flame doesn't double on the next one. It's just the weapon damage.
14 since that's the doubled.
Is it just double in the Sarigama?
Yeah, it's times 2. Alright, so 14, 25, 35 damage.
And he needed 34.
Nice.
So I slashed him 3 times, or I guess twice, with my flaming Kusarigama, and he just flies apart in flaming pieces.
Yep. Cut him in 2.
Multiple 2s, I would think. He's sufficiently diced. That is my turn.
Activate my Great Reap Lacers and stab Hobgoblin.
4.
Yes. There's only one left. $14 damage. To Hobgoblin 4. Alright, my arms extend and my lance appears over Yoshiro's and Ruth's shoulder as I stab deeply into him. To Hobgoblin 4.
Alright.
And that's it. Yoshiro and Ruth look at Arthur and go, "What? How?"
I've seen you do this once before, but that is still kind of troubling. Like, this thing just extends right over his shoulder.
I can use it one more time today.
Powerful extend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wasn't paying attention.
Ruth.
Even if I ran out of uses, I could still throw a spear. But might as well penalty.
Okay, Ruth's attack.
That's a miss.
What is her reflex save? Freaking heck.
She has a thing for horses, huh? You still have your weapon.
And Huon's bite is a 20 hit.
Yes, it is.
Alright, he takes an 11. And then Ruth will take a 5-foot step.
Kill the foul beast.
Alright. Alton.
Alton will stand where he is and use Magic Missile. So he pulls out his wand once again.
There it is again.
My spells are
pesky
being
2
very
points.
disappointing.
Yes.
I'm done.
A little spark ignites on his chest.
It seems like it's a wand of minimum missile. No wonder it was so cheap.
He activates it just by saying, pew, pew.
Okay, I have 5-foot step to there and I'll attack. I've got flanking with Juan, right?
Correct.
See, the guy who made it tried to make a wand of maximized magic missile and failed.
It's a miss.
Alright, there's my turn. I rolled a 3. My best attack bonus so far.
Look at the bright side. None of my attacks always hit, but not a single one has rolled above half damage this game.
True.
Zoop.
In case you can't tell, yes, I'm bored over here watching the corner.
Walking to the rock.
Yeah.
Should
As
roll,
a-
listen.
Does it have a name yet?
What are you saying, Bunka?
Roll listen. You hear several bodies coming now very close down the corridor. Well, I wouldn't say very close. Close.
Relatively close.
Yeah, about 50, 75 feet.
Okay.
That's a fair distance on this map.
Yeah, that is. But as I can, 20 feet won't get me anywhere near combat, and I don't really feel like shooting at a minus negative modifier. I'll just mention to the guys that we have about 50 feet away. Yeah, the enemy's about 50 feet away down this corridor. And continue to watch.
Alright. One.
Is that you confirming your dice roll? Is that you saying 1 as in the dog?
I think he was choosing a target.
Yeah, I know.
But note that he did not actually tell us what each roll was, so technically one could have just been a recluse or
Exactly. Or
Or
Teto.
I could just have
yeah,
all of
technically
the rolls
Teto
just
is a
be
valid target,
invalid
and it would
I
hurt
just
me a
pick
lot if he
recluse.
manages to kill Teto.
Rigged. Oh my.
Oh, poor Juan. Is that 2 attacks?
Yep.
Oh, 1 hit. 1 hit 1.
Oh no.
Whoever one was.
And killed him.
What?
Oh,
One was one.
he's at -1.
One
Poor
is dying.
thing.
So it's on Huan.
Yep.
Q1. Okay.
He had a strong dislike for dogs, apparently.
This guy's got a really high AC, right?
He
It's
Yeah,
20.
fairly, yes.
he attacked twice, so he's a fairly beefy boy.
But he does look pretty bloodied. Shiro.
Alright, I'm going to 5-foot step towards him. And, hopefully not be consumed by the corpse of this bugbear. And, seeing Juan go down, I am somewhat enraged because the dog has been faithful.
friend one.
So concentrating like a laser, or whatever fantasy version of a laser there is, I use Emerald Razor and I make a touch attack and hope that this thing is not wasted like it has been in the past. 25. And that's against touch.
Touch 25. A miss, yes.
Alright.
No, it's a hit.
No, really, it was a miss.
Yeah, 25 for a touch. We're talking like what, like an air elemental or something?
For 7 damage.
Alright, he's looking pretty tired.
Well, actually, 8 damage. Sorry, I was forgetting the +1 roll.
Looks moderately more tired than before.
Alright, that's it.
Arthur.
Arthur will take a 5-foot step forward and stab him. I don't know if that hits or not, but there's damage.
That's miss. Ruth.
Is it for me?
5-foot step. And let's eviscerate him.
That is a hit.
Go for the nuts.
The D3 plus 3.
Max damage.
Nice. Boy, you've gotten max damage on every single roll I think I've seen you do.
It's easy to do when you're only rolling a D3.
Yeah, that's
It hasn't helped
33%,
my D4
though.
much.
Yeah, exactly. He's rolled minimum damage at every damn time I've seen.
You guys should hold a conference and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
With her passion for her lost companion, she eviscerates Hobgoblin 4.
I think
Downed
Ruth should.
companion. Down.
I think Ruth should be able to describe how she viciously kills this thing, like in detail.
Oh, that's easy. While he's turned to face Yoshiro, she reaches up between his legs and stabs upward.
Oh god.
Ooh.
It just halts mid-step for a second,
Is it
realizing.
And then yanks back, of course.
Oh.
Arthur winces. Well, we have dealt with these foes, it appears.
There are more coming from the west, according to Zook. Prepare yourselves.
Do you care to
Maybe.
loot?
Don't have time right now.
No
I
time.
care to give Huan my last cured light wounds potion.
All right.
I drink my last one.
While the rest of the party is doing that, I'm going to walk deeper into this room to make sure
Oh,
there are
bullshit.
no other entrances that we could be surprised by.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, so thank you.
You hear Arthur remember something about a dud potion?
I was gonna pick up this rock and throw it down here.
I did another listen check.
Atham, you bought your potion the same place I bought mine.
Apparently.
They're getting closer than they are before. Some may say they're around the corner.
Guys, I think the next rounds of enemies are right around the corner.
I start coming back. I will say that the room goes quite a bit away that way, though, so we can't be sure it's cleared.
Be ready. In this checkpoint.
What did you
Arthur
say?
stands ready. I said be ready.
Back there? Are we forming
The
up
wider
behind?
opening. More room.
All right.
You don't want to be stuck trying to fight 2x2 in an area like that. In my opinion, anyway.
Everybody, Yoshiro kind of motions everybody back, like, move back behind us. We'll form a line. And Brave Zook just kind of remains standing there.
I'm still sitting here with my arrow.
You're,
Dang it,
you're
I'm get-
literally...
Dang it,
You're
I'm
going-
going to shoot something.
Oh yeah,
God.
he's been ready this whole damn time.
He's gonna get trampled.
Every time I glanced, I couldn't get a clear shot, and I'm sitting going, dang it, I'm going to shoot the first bad thing that comes around this corner,
Don't
and then I'm
forget
going to
Teto.
run.
Where did I move Teto to? Thought I moved him out there. Oh, there he is. Got him.
With the ready to attack,
It's
I
still on
should
my
easily
shoulder.
have initiative on these guys, on whatever shows up.
You can come back up behind. Let's still stand in the middle on top of Arthur now.
And then annoy the hell out of Arthur. It's like, what's this rat? We're climbing around on me.
So Zook finally lets fly his arrow.
Yes, and as the first one rounded the corner. So that would have been Hobgoblin 6.
I would think he would be a good deal farther back, though.
Yeah, I would too. Like around the corner, like back where the other ones are.
Yeah, back where Bugbear 5 is. If you could see him.
But he finishes his move turn going to there.
You can... No, but you can shoot mid-move. That's the same thing
Duke,
with
is
attack
that
of
where you wanna
opportunity.
be?
That's where I was.
With his prepared arrow.
Yes,
To
I
shoot
was
something that comes around
prepared
the corner.
for whatever bad goblin-like thing came around the corner.
And he missed.
The 16 misses for Mrs. Hobgoblin. I'm still singing, so I get a
Flatfoot
+1
bonus.
actually.
Hobgoblin 6.
Yeah, that would have been a +1 actually too, so 17.
Yes.
And I should have caught him flat-footed. Yeah,
Yeah,
he wasn't
flat-footed.
he wasn't expecting me to be there.
Well,
Yeah.
you could say that about singing, but...
Well, he wasn't expecting me to be there with my arrow pointed at the corner.
Fine, I'll let you hit him.
It's not like the damage is going to be high anyway.
It's not like you used like 3 or 4 of your turns last round just staring down the hallway.
Well, I was guarding. And I was asked to by a party member.
You fulfilled a very useful role.
There, I hit for 4.
He tells us now that he's emaciated and diseased, and he had only 4 hit points, and he just goes down.
Then I turn and run after firing, knowing that I can't handle these on my own.
Do we keep the same initiative or are we rolling new?
Yeah, roll another one.
So yeah, I did a whole 4 damage to Hobgoblin 6.
Oh, pretty high initiative this time, for the most part.
Except for me.
Well, I've had 1, 21, and 11 so far. Actually, I got 2, 21, and 11. So I've had both the lowest, the highest, and the mid-range.
Alrighty, set your initiatives. Those in order.
Backstop, this is first base. We are in grid 15. Enemies are in grid 16. Fire mission is a go.
Fire for effect, fireball.
And yeah, this is where we discover why we have coordinates on this map. It's actually artillery.
Several of these guys look large.
Oh,
And or in charge.
Well, you don't know about it in charge. They're, yeah, several of these guys are pretty monstrous size.
they're the daddy bugbears and hobgoblins.
Note to self, don't cast sleep on these ones. It probably won't work.
If you had grease, on the other hand, that might come in handy.
I thought about grabbing grease, but I thought it'd be too cheesy.
I don't think the party would be complaining when they're slipping around in combustible oil.
And that's when you use your flame attack thing.
It's actually one of the better first level spells, but I didn't take it.
Probably too messy for Alton. He wouldn't memorize that living in like a library environment.
Yeah,
It'd
probably
be
not.
like bound to be disastrous.
I think I considered that. I thought it's a good spell, but I thought that
Are we
Alton
on
wouldn't
different?
know it.
Are we on a different initiative now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone roll initiative. You didn't already.
+3.
Prediction 4. Oh no!
Wow,
22.
I actually did good this time.
Roll off
roll
with
off
recluse.
between us. Aha! I'm first 22.
I will be right back. Feel free to kill them all without me.
Recluse.
Alrighty, I'm going to defer to later. So I'm going to have Arthur go first.
Arthur would throw a javelin at Hobgob 6. And because of Bard Song, I miss horrendously.
Your javelin goes into the wall behind him.
I got 8 javelins left.
All right, Ruth.
Is this square occupied?
Just
I
with
don't think
Arthur's
so.
ass.
Arthur is in these 3, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use a spell. I'll splinter bolt the first one. Ranged attack. If I hit 46 points of damage. Frickin' hell.
Miss.
And that should be it.
All right. Shiro.
I am going to ready a burning blade, flashing sun full attack against the first goblinoid to come into range, and that will be it.
Zook.
Okay. So what? I'm at a -4 to shoot an arrow at this point.
Yeah, we'll call that.
Yeah, like that hits. Okay,
Your
I'm done.
arrow sinks
Arthur.
deeply into Arthur's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Say what?
Didn't even notice.
I've been stabbed in the ass by an arrow, is that what I just heard?
Yeah.
Roll against my AC first.
Does he do those back kicks like horses do if something
I can.
troubles him from behind?
Now, what do you think those hoof attacks are?
Yeah.
You want to
I think that's-
receive 2d6 plus something kick attack in the face?
The idea is I missed. In case you were paying attention.
Yes, you missed, but if you
I
want to
missed
say
and
you
hit.
hit me,
They're
roll
they're
against
saying
my
I hit
AC.
you.
No, it means roll against my AC if you want that to happen.
He doesn't want it to happen. It'd be the DM.
23 at Arthur.
That's a hit.
From what?
Javelin.
Of Bugbear 5?
Javelin
Bugbear.
of lightning. No, I mean, what is the
Or I should say
Crit. from that?
On
one-
javelin, 20.
It's 20.
20 times 2, I think. Yep, 20 times 2.
As a side note, Yoshiro, what weapon did you ready?
My
7 damage.
Kusarigama.
Isn't he even in range of you now?
I said full attack though. I can't full attack at reach.
Oh, you can't?
Nope. Why am I at the bottom of the initiative?
Because you're ready to.
You ready?
Well, readied only moves you to initiative once it goes off.
Yeah, he's gonna move us up to where we go after we do our
Technically,
thing.
well, readied if no one triggers it moves you to the bottom. If it doesn't, then it's, whatever triggers it,
Oh,
will be
really?
right before them. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Alton.
I'm not looking
If something
so
triggers it, then you move to right above whatever triggered it.
Spear impales through Arthur's side and comes out his flank.
Okay, Alton, Teto is going to jump to Alton's shoulder. You will see him open his spellbook. He will recite several arcane words, and a red aura will go around Teto and then go around his paw, and he will jump back to Arthur's shoulder.
Hello there, little one.
Wow, is that what it's going to sound like?
Some blood spurts out of his mouth. I'm now at 1/3 hit points, pretty much. But...
Oh, you are. Look at that. That's going to be it for my turn, I think. Let's use 2 move actions on Teto and Alton's cast, so...
Alright, Shiro. You got a guy in front of you.
Is the singing still going on?
Yeah, that lasts for a while, I think.
Even after he stops, I think it lasts for 3 rounds.
Oh. Did you ever stop singing Icebox?
No,
Goody.
I'm getting at least something useful done, right?
3 attacks, a 27, a 19, and a 23.
Why is there some? Oh, the first
I
one
rolled.
was.
I rolled to confirm.
Yeah, they're all hits.
Nice. And they're flaming too, right?
Yep. All right, grand total of shit I don't know, but it's a lot.
43 points.
Oh shit! All right, I go Ninja Gaiden on this guy's ass.
Drop him. Comes in the range. Ready. Boom.
He turns into
think-
a red mist.
I think they should have a thing in the Hobgoblin rule book to not charge star anymore.
Oh wait, that's actually plus another 6 damage. I didn't put in the damage from the. So it was 49 damage.
And if that wouldn't kill him, take a good attack too.
Yeah.
All right, that was my most successful ready to action ever. Not regretting it.
Second here.
My previous highest attack got rapidly replaced.
I don't know, the highest attack I've ever seen was received, not dealt. You know, when Alton got 1 shot in our campaign.
Oh yeah, that was pretty that double crit.
Triple crit against AC 33.
Yep. They're running away. Run away! I thought these were the beefy ones. Oh, those
They
pussies.
That was probably their leader, and he just got turned into vapor. Oh, that's me, I think.
Were those like will saves or something?
And he throws a javelin, but misses Yoshiro.
I'll bat it out of the way with my weapon.
Good. Otherwise, it'd be coming straight towards me.
Yeah, I thought about that before saying I dodged it.
Alright, Cluse.
Let's see here. I will. I'm going to try tumbling again. Why the heck not, right?
Because it gets you sliced and diced?
Hey, it can't work all the time, right, for them. Tumble there, so let me see if I make it.
Get a 15er.
Yay! I'll make Bugbear 5 my dodge target.
Alright.
Oh, one away from chance at crit.
Hit.
Max damage, 10. I am done.
Stab him in his arm.
Take that. Foul, nasty beast.
Arthur.
Arthur will stab Bugbear 5. 24.
That's a hit.
17 damage.
Alright. It's looking bad.
Die, foul beastie. Taste my lance. Or should it be like, die, foul beastie. Taste my lance.
Dang. Done.
Miss. Luke.
Can I move there? Is that close enough?
Yep.
Okay, I'll move to here and shoot a bloodied bugbear 5.
Nice.
He is in melee.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he is? Crap.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think about moving there. Well, what about bugbear 6? Is he undercover?
You would have a little bit of cover, yeah.
So it'd still be a minus
So
4
it would
regardless?
be basically the same thing.
Okay. So make it a minus 3 because I forgot to add my +1, so 19. Is that a miss or a hit?
You hit.
5 damage to the first one, bugbear 5.
Alright. Oh, look who it is.
This is my dodge target. Hey, you haven't targeted me nearly as much as you did the last time, though, in a row. It's been every other time. Last time it was like 3 attacks in a row or something. He missed.
Okay. Done.
Okay, it's my turn now then. Teto is going to move over his shoulders to Roof's shoulder. And Bugbear 5 looks bad, so probably won't do that. Fiery burst between 5 and 6.
Wow. One of these days you'll get higher than half.
Be nice.
I just know it. Might only happen once, but one of these days.
I'd like to get a little bit higher than a third. Would be nice.
You've done that once or twice.
Yeah, not by much. Watch now, they're gonna make their saves and take 3 damage.
There's 1. There's 2. Good call. I think the lowest that they've had to do is like 60% fail chance.
Alright, Bugbear 5 looks like it's on death's door. Shiro.
Alright, gonna spin my Kusarigama and go for a reach attack. And I'm actually going to use Emerald Razor and make this as a melee touch attack.
How often do you get those?
I can just use these things once per encounter. Alright, so I'm attacking Bugbear 5. Here goes nothing. And nothing indeed. Unless he has like a touch of 9.
Nope. Miss.
That is my turn.
Ah, might drop his weapon. Wow, +2. Holy crap. Pretty bad.
And you dropped his weapon.
He drops it.
Bugbear 6 looks fairly juvenile. Alright. Clues.
Let's see here. I will attack again. And I screwed up my attack roll last time. It was actually +12, not +10.
Bugbear 5. That is a miss.
Bummer. I am done then. Actually, wait, I'll 5-foot step to the south. It won't let me, so I'm assuming I can't move into that square then? No. It doesn't let me. Okay, I'm done.
Alrighty. Arthur.
5-foot step forward. I stab Bugbear 6. And 2 hooves against Bugbear 5. My hooves do, I think, 1d6. Yes, 1d6 plus 3.
Your lance kills Bugbear 6.
6 and 8 damage for the hooves. Hooves were 18 and 24. Attack.
And he's dead too.
The field is mine. Cough, cough. Spurt blood.
Alright. So down the hallway that they came, you hear the Bugbear and Hobgoblin panicking and running, seems like farther down the tunnel.
My friends, I know we need to bandage our wounds, especially Arthur's here, but there's no telling what these beasts may do to the captives if they are allowed to remain free and desperate. So I believe we must make haste.
Alright. Do you loot?
We can loot on the way out.
Yeah. And unless we're actively stopping to bandage Arthur and whatnot, I think we just need to go quickly.
Unless you want to take a quick look at the corpses, see if there's anything on the outside that looks interesting.
Well, the last time we did that, it turned
Like a
into us
flask.
looting everything. So I don't think there's like a quick way for us to loot these things.
Okay, well, first off, when are we calling it?
11 to 11:30, I was thinking. Eastern, I mean.
Alright, well, that's almost...
That's like that's about 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so it's either you guys loot or you guys lose.
Loot or lose?
I'm thinking we might as well loot. Yeah, go
All
ahead and
right.
loot while I bandage up Arthur.
I
That'll
just
be the
don't.
excuse.
I don't want this like taking 10 minutes in game. Like we're actively trying to do this very quickly. Like we're not trying bits of armor
Yeah,
on and
but if he's
stuff.
not gonna let us come back for it later, we'll loot now.
Loot now, and I'll use my healing skill on Arthur while you do it. Whether it has any effect or not. At least he won't be
In
bleeding.
game, we can flavor it however we want, even if we technically have to quote unquote come back to here. We'll have to come back to here anyways later to get it. So we'll
Yes,
just
thank you.
work out the loot now, pick it up later. Okay, Teto and Alton will both stretch out their hand/paw toward Arthur and double heal him for 2d6
Oh.
of Light of Enya.
Do I feel much better?
Not really. 7.
Well, 7 and what else was that? Alton rolled 7. You did a heal check.
Okay, the heal check does
It's
nothing.
just a skill.
Unless Bunko wants to allow the custom item healing kits I had, the heal check heals no hit points.
Yeah, you guys can do that with the healing kits.
I don't have a healing kit, though.
We didn't know they were available.
Yeah, you said we specifically weren't using them. Bunko.
I did?
Yeah.
It is
I
not an
remember.
official D&D item.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh. Okay. Then, no.
It was an official item in the Narrower Knights game, which was based on 3.0 rules.
Oh, okay. Alright, so loot. From the first group that you attacked in this vicinity, you got 2893.47 gold.
Alright. Adding.
Got ring armor.
Ring mail armor?
Yeah. Stiletto's shield. A Shikumi Zoo.
I think you probably need to just paste this into chat somewhere, because I don't know.
It's not gonna paste good.
That's right. So we can see it. Belt of one mighty blow. Whoa.
That's
Do we
an
get to
interesting
pick
one.
the chaos, evil, good law?
It's one of those things that has to be rolled usually.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a D4 and then whatever one lands on. Ooh, a ring of brief blessing.
I'm assuming
brief.
acrobat boots are magical.
Would seem likely.
That's for the group that you just did.
2 belts of one mighty blow. A 10-foot pole,
A third spyglass.
so we don't touch things with it.
Well, Foster already acquired that. It was outside, remember?
Yes.
Alright, so being that we're about to close shop, I'll also say that you hear some yelling to the southeast.
Okay, we're almost done for the night, Recluse.
What kind of yelling?
Sounds dwarvish.
Oh, interesting. Let's go check that out.
Does anybody know dwarf?
I think I do. Let me check.
I'm fairly certain that Alton does. Let me look.
I do not.
Recluse does. Reclusette, I should say.
Alright. You hear a couple dwarfs yelling for help.
Alrighty. I informed the party.
dwarves yelling for help. Not gnomes. Dwarves.
No, it sounds like dwarves. They're speaking Dwarven at least.
Yeah, I can hear them too.
Over to the southeast. What is that rock?
Perhaps the goblins were not the original owners of this mine.
Very true. Alrighty, so someone gonna grab the rock. Oh, there it is, down in the southwest.
Magic rock TM.
Yeah, it's also worth. Alton is at half radiance, and Teto no longer is emitting light.
You're glowing.
You're starting to see what looks like a camp that the first wave, at least, looks like they were camped here. You again see some rubble, debris on the floors. See a desk, table, couple, just a little chest. Is Star and Arthur staying there?
I am updating the loot, so just consider me going with them.
There's a tent here. Or look inside. Well, I guess it had to be on the other side.
Inside you don't see anything.
I call out in Dwarven and see if they can hear us. Can you hear us?
You hear a reply, yes, we're down here in the pit.
From which direction? Is that a pit? No, that's
South,
a pillar, right?
southeast still.
Yep, that would be a pit.
We look inside. I look inside. I assume where Cluset is, but
What's that?
I said we, but you were beside it too. But I assume I look inside.
If you
Look
can
down,
lift that.
you look down in the pit and you see 8 dwarfs. They look rather starved, dirty.
Is this just this grating? Is that attached somehow, or
Yeah, there's a lock attaching the screen to the
is
the
it
floor.
wood like it looks to be?
Yeah.
Arthur, your strength would be appreciated.
Well, yes, I could probably handle this. Oh, crap. Plus 15.
Oh, I suppose the same way.
I attempt to wrench open it.
Plus 0.3. You have a plus 3, a 0.3 modifier? Oh, nice.
Ice opens it, and then you break it.
You open the lock after it's just testing your skills.
I'm sitting here going, guys, I'm working over here, and he just goes, "Rah!"
Well, you're not saying.
Of course.
I didn't know you can pick locks.
Yeah. Well, bards. Are you full
My
bard?
first reaction was, metal lock, but wooden grating.
So, The grate is off, and we said there's 8 dwarfs inside. The pit is it's about 30 feet down. All right. So the dwarfs climb up to your level.
Yeah.
They're tired and shaken and stuff, but then they notice that there's 2 gnomes in the party. They seem to be more wanting to be near the non gnomes than Ruth and Zook.
Do they actually say anything?
They're not talking much right now.
But we kind of noticed this, like they're trying specifically to
Yeah,
stay away from.
it's basically looks like they're kind of shy, holding back, diverting their eyes.
Ruth gets up in one of their faces and says, "Have you seen any other captives?"
They ate them.
Said they're captors all over the place. This is a mining.
Captives, yeah.
This is a mining base. They've been stealing dwarfs and gnomes to mine this area.
Why don't they keep you together? Why are they segregating you?
Well, the dwarfs are more manual laborers, and the gnomes are more staff laborers.
What exactly do you mean by that?
The dwarfs are doing mine duties, which hauling rocks, picks and shovels, doing dangerous work, and the gnomes are doing fairly easy work for the hobgoblins and goblins and bugbears. They just help them out in administration kind of duties, feeding us, transporting messages, stuff like that. Easy work.
Is that why you look at my friends here so oddly? Tell me, is there something else you have not told us?
Well, I can't really speak about myself, but in general, the dwarfs here don't really look fondly upon the gnomes, being they have the easier job of helping still captivate us.
Enough talk! Let's go. And I mean everyone. And gone.
Well, I guess
Whiny
I put an end to that.
The dwarfs look at each other and shrug and say, "All right, I guess you want us to follow you."
Yes, you're. What shape are these guys in? I mean, they're miners, so they're pretty bulky and strong, I would assume.
Yeah, but they haven't been being treated very well.
The key question is, do you know where they keep the gnomes?
The gnomes, I think there's one group on this level. There's a couple groups on various levels below. The gnome women have not been seen though for some reason.
All right, we'll take up arms from any of these hobgoblins that we have dispatched and follow us. We will be searching for more of your brethren.
They seem to be whispering amongst themselves.
That is under her breath, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. Kind of mocking them.
Alton is being the explorer wizard, and he's
Found more
searching
stairs.
the northwest or northeast.
I keep a
These-
cautious eye on the stairs to Lois.
These stairs are also going down. So you have 2 pairs of stairs going down.
Send the dwarves down one stairs and ourselves down the other.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
That can only lead to disaster.
Well, not ours, hopefully. Armed dwarves who are up for revenge against their captors and ourselves. I tell the dwarves, we've already killed about 35 goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears and such. There can't be many left.
Guys, there's 2 sets of stairs. There's one in the northeast as well.
Well, we'll have to take one at a time.
Is your spell still active?
If it's 5 minutes, that's up to Bucko.
Yeah, I would say it's out by now.
Can you only do that once per day?
I can do it again, but not.
You've got your wand light too, right?
Yeah, today I cannot do it again.
All right. Well, I've got 2 more 10-minute uses of my lenses, and you have that crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't worried about the light. I was wondering about the detect, locate object. That's what it was.
All right. So with that, I think we're going to button up the session.
Yeah, I could have
Alright.
converted combust into it, but that's what I just cast on Teto, and he never got a chance to use it, so he's still holding the charge for it.
Bunko, there are a few items on the loot sheet that you never gave us values for that I need you to go in and just kind of enter in. Like, we were never told a value for the heavy mithril shield and the brawler gauntlets.
Oh. All right.
Everything else should be taken care of. Splitting the gold up 6 ways, everybody's getting 1381.
Did you get all the gold? I didn't hear the
I
amount
added it all. I was making sure to keep track of it the whole time.
Okay, cool.
So the large heavy mithril shield is 1020. What was the other one that you wanted?
I think there's a darkwood shield.
Looks like I got some shield options from you today, huh?
Darkwood shield is 257.
Because I don't think anyone else is using a shield.
Halfling skip rocks times 3.
They aren't much.
No, they're nothing.
All right. Well, the
They're
big
just-
one is
They
brawler
are
gauntlets.
exquisitely balanced
They're-
rocks. That's all they are.
They're per. Yeah. There's 3 of them and they're 1 gold each.
Brawler gauntlets and a quivered scabbard. I don't know if I heard that correctly when you said it.
Yeah, it's a quiver scabbard.
What the hell is that?
It's a quiver that holds a short sword as well.
It's a standard. It's a standard quiver, except the bottom unzips and you can pull a short sword out of it.
What was it? Gauntlets of.
Brawler gauntlets.
Brawler Gauntlets is 1,000.
Okay, so everything is entered into the loot sheet. Ice, you weren't here last time for this. Loot sheet is in the in like the character Google Docs. Basically, just copy and paste your name into the want column for anything you want to roll on, and we split the gold evenly. Again, everybody's getting 1381 for this session. If there's an item you want, you don't have to worry about its value. You can roll on multiple things. It's just we're on kind of an honor system. If you roll on everything and you win a bunch of stuff, we're going to be basically holding you accountable not to take everything. And anything that we don't roll on, that we don't like personally take, we have the option to take, to sell, and then split the value up afterwards. As long as we have the carry weight.
While we're here, can we go ahead and roll what the potion protection of from is?
Yeah.
So it's what? Law, chaos. We'll just do it this way. It's law, chaos, good, evil, and we'll roll 1d4. Ah. Chaos. Protection from chaos.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well, it's better than protection from law.
True.
All right.
That was a fun session. Very, very bloody. Although not as bloody as the last one.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be probably more combat, being that it is a guarded prison / mining base. So those two, the hobgoblin and the bugbear, did flee to the south tunnel.
Oh, I didn't see any that managed to flee.
Yeah, several
Yeah, he
fled
did
when
well
I
saves.
misted that guy.
And I was rolling to see if they were going to come back, but they didn't.
I was image hunting for Atham at the time, and I looked up like, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, I'll have to
Alrighty.
prepare that token for next time. Have it ready to go.
Let's see. I think we're skipping the next week. Are you guys? I won't be able to make it January 3rd, which would be 2 weeks away.
Are we skipping next week?
Yeah.
I think,
We'll
Bunko's
skip
not
next
able.
week. We can do the 3rd if there's going to be a majority here.
I will be here for the 3rd.
Yeah, I won't be doing anything, so.
Is there anybody not here for the 3rd aside from Recluse? Alright, so I guess we're still going.
Yep.
We can write it off as Recluse mending from her many, many, many wounds.
Yeah.
And trying to atone for her bad karma.
Exactly. Searching for potions that you
All right.
guys use, and I'm used on myself.
So the final thing for tonight is 2 of the dwarfs decide to run to the
Out.
northwest, the way that you guys came into
Technically,
the cave.
Recluse, you've used like 6 potions, so we should call it like achievement gain 6-pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
they try to run past Huan?
Let's let the DM finish, please.
No, the 2 dwarfs try to escape through the stairs that you guys came down into the cave with.
So they're trying to run past Huan.
That would be the direction they would be going, yes.
Uh-oh. Juan's gonna attack them, maybe?
Let's see. Dog with 1 health versus emaciated dwarves. Fight.
I call out, just let them go. They won't want to fight with us anyways.
I'll just give a stern look at the other dwarves, like, are you guys going to be cowards or what? I guess that's where we end.
All right.
Good session, guys. Anybody sticking around for Megamech? We've got that in the next 30 minutes.
And I'll post the experience for the curious.
Are we near the next breakpoint? I have to change some stuff on my adventure. If we get
I
up
believe
there.
it was 15,000.
We're a little over 10 right now, 10.7 or something like that. Yeah, so we're at least a couple sessions away from leveling to 6.
Okay. Since we are approaching that faster than I thought, Bunko, are you preparing stuff for the Mages Guild, or do you want me to come up with that kind of stuff?
The what?
The Mages Guild. I will enter the Mage of the Arcane Order next level, and it's approaching rapidly.
Oh, okay. What do I need to do for that?
Oh, I don't know. It's just there's no description of the Mages
Either you
Guild.
or Cloud has to come up with an organization.
It's a very basic. There's a very basic description in the Prestige class that says what the guild provides, but there's no description at all about the guild.
Okay. Well, I'll think about it over the break, I guess.
While you're thinking about that, there's the possibility I'll need an organization also for Ruth.
Everybody wants to be a part of a union.
No, it's just that the prestige class she's headed towards at the moment requires permission from some higher up organization.
All right. Yeah, just send me the details on what I need to make up. So,
Yeah, I'll PM you something.
yep. So the enemies that you guys fought today was a CR1, 5 CR2s, 5 CR4s, 1 CR5, and 3 CR6s. Luckily for you, 2 of those CR6s ran.
Really? Pussy CR6s, huh?
Yep.
Again, they saw that guy turn into red mist.
Alrighty. I'll keep the server up if you guys want to do other roles and stuff.
I'm good for now. I probably should go.
Yeah, I'm heading out too. Have a good night.
Alright.
Good job.
See
guys
y'all later.
I'll see you guys down in the Battletech section.